Okay, just to recap then on the last session. So, you had been chasing the Zentarim who have taken the bodies from the House of the Holy Hands, and you managed to catch them up, run one over, fake a building fall. There was all sorts of stuff that was going on. Climbing onto the back of a moving wagon, charm person. There was all sorts of stuff that were going on in that moment. But you managed to bring the cart to a stop and bring the bodies back to the House of the Holy Hands. Isla struck a deal with Sakaris to help prepare the bodies in the altar. But then, whilst he was there alone, he did speak with the gnome that had been caught up in the blast outside of Corellan's crown. With that, there was also a chat with the younger Zentarim by the name of... Where's it gone? I just had it in my head. Is it Yash? About maybe choosing a different path, and Isla then chipped in and obviously, you know, knowing his own path and knowing the servitude that he's got to his god, he put that before Yash, and struck a deal again with Yash. Then there was some talk about where the bodies were being taken to, and the process that was all around that. There was talk of a outpost that was in the City of Dead. This outpost has 3 mausoleums named for 3 founders of the Zentarim. It's just something that Tavis brought to the table. As you were leaving, you managed to see that there was a flying snake as well. You managed to intercept a bit of a message that had been heading back, or heading through the Zentarim around the bodies. That made the party a little bit uneasy, and they left Negan there to guard the temple, whilst you all headed back to Troll Skull. Right. Back at Troll Skull, then there was a bit of a conversation then, where Isla then came forward and told everyone about the speak with Dead that he'd had, also confirming the name of the gnome that had been caught up in the blast. There's then talk again about the 3 souls, and then. So you were sort of looking at making plans, and around the further talk, and this name that keeps reoccurring of Lord Neverember that kept coming up. Tavis asked about that, and there was a bit of a filling of the gaps from the party. And then Thorin tended to the fire, and at the point where he tends to fire once again, he sees his patron in the flames. His ring burning, and when he falls back from the blast of heat from the fire, his hand goes through the stone floor, which the party then see. Very strange occurrence. As it's then gone dark, Negan then arrived to say that all was well, that Sakaris had closed up the temple, and that's where we left off. I'm not certain, did you guys go to bed at that point, or were you still up?
I think we were still up at the very end, but about to go to bed, just like call it. There's nothing else anybody wants to do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there anything anyone else wants to add? Anything that was maybe unclear, want a bit of clarity on? Jay, did you manage to watch the video?
I tried to go through as much as I could, but obviously, yeah. I got the gist of it, and obviously.
Okay.
Pretty like when people are showing me pictures, if I'm not in it, I don't care.
Well, you were in it.
So
It was, but I'm not the director.
Great. Great. Anything else anyone wants to bring up?
No, don't think so.
Getting a bit convoluted now.
Yeah, it was.
I apologise.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of...
There was that much going on at the end of that last session. I didn't write anything down, so I'm leaving a blank page so I can go back.
Okay.
We learned who your patron was, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you came forward with that, yeah.
Yeah, it's the conversation about the gnome that I haven't written down about. I want to make sure I get that in notes.
So we know, I can't remember the name, but we know that he was the guy that used to work for Lord Neverember, and we know that he was coming to see us, and that he had a stone. But the stone's missing, we can't find it.
Okay.
Presume it's been taken by the City Watch because they inspected the bodies before we had a chance to.
It sounds like a conversation in game, so we'll just say that we pick up where you've just had your hand in the stone floor, Thorin. Negan, you've not long got back. You're the only ones that are in the tap room, although the tap room looks like it's very tidy, a lot tidier than it was. There's even some candles dotted around that have been lit, providing a bit more light. Although Frederick's nowhere to be seen. Yeah, and we'll pick it up there.
And it's night time, isn't it? It's
Yeah, it's about 10 o'clock. Okay, what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go get myself another drink. Anybody else need one?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yes, please.
yeah, go on. It's been kind of a rough day.
Yeah, why not?
Alright, I'll go and get a full round and bring them to the table.
Okay.
Sit down.
So from the day's events, is there anything that anybody thinks we pressingly need to do immediately? I feel like we can probably sleep on it.
With these silver plate weapons we were looking to get, would they be ready now?
I don't know about anyone else. You were just breaking up there, as I say, intermittent.
Yeah, you might
Going
want
in.
to switch your mic to your headphones.
Any better?
Yeah, but we can hear ourselves now.
Okay.
Or what I just said while I try and sort this out.
Yeah, that's better.
That sounds
She's
good.
alright?
Fixed it. Fracked it.
Wicked. Okay, sweet. Yeah, what I was going to say was, with those weapons that we brought to Steam and Steel to get silver plated, would they be ready by now?
Yeah, although right now, it's not open. But I think we said it was 2 days.
Yeah. So yeah, they'd be ready in the morning, I guess.
Yeah, I'll have a look over the notes now and see where we're at with that.
Cool.
How many days have we got till the party?
Well, that morning of this day that you're in
Yeah.
was the morning you went to
Yeah.
the Awning Portal, and they said it was 5 days.
Alright, cool. So we got loads of time.
Plenty of time to get yourself, get your glad rags on, Thorin.
Plenty of time to spruce you lot up too.
Rude.
I mean, Isla's the makeover king, isn't he?
Yeah, to I've worked my magic with that one. He looks incredible now.
So, yeah, think we're okay for tonight and make plans for the morning.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, all roads seem to lead to Never Ember, or it's finding him.
Well, first stop Rainier. We can find him easy enough.
Yeah, who do we know that have got links with the City Watch?
I mean, Maloon does, but the last time I saw him, he was like standoffish, stay away from there, like let them do their thing, and that would be like could be perceived as like going in heavy-handed for Maloon and the Greyhounds. We look after the City Watch if they step out of line. I could appeal to him. I could go say, listen, the Watch has picked something up. It was heading for us. It might be that it's better off in our hands than theirs. Be interesting actually to see who he favoured. He might laugh me out of the place. Say, don't be ridiculous. I'm gonna let the
Maybe.
Watch deal with that, not you. Or he might say, interesting. You could have a more subtle approach to this. But last time I saw him, he was kind of like, okay, you've done some things. That's interesting. We're going to just stop and watch and see what happens. He wasn't really proactive. But happy to ask the question.
Yeah, and if he's apprehensive of offering help, maybe offer something else to him in return.
I mean, last time I offered mine and kind of our services to any other jobs he has, and he was like, just lay low, keep your hands clean, is kind of what he said to me.
Yeah.
Since then, I've accidentally offed a Zentarium and returned some bodies to a priest. But he doesn't need to know that, clearly.
I mean, you're good at lying, right?
No.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
I think Rainier is the first person to talk to. He seems pretty loved up and enjoying the situation, so it'd be good to have a chat with him, and maybe with his partner as well, and see on a separate chat with her and see if she's got anything going on in terms of information to share with us about the Red Sashes, because she was going to speak to their leader, wasn't she? She was going to speak to the One, see if they had any information to share with us. So we had a chat with her, but not on the QT, not in a situation where she was going to share anything about that with us. And it's, for me, that relationship she's got with Rainier is not sure how much he knows about all that. So we need to tread lightly, I think, when we go speak to them if they happen to be together.
Here's an idea. Maybe we could speak to Maloon and see if he's willing to get the stone for us. And if he's not, then we could ask if our Red Viper friend could go get it for us. She might be willing to give it a go.
Yeah, it's worth an ask. The only thing is we don't know. It's a pretty vague description of a stone. Like, it must be more than a stone, obviously, but what would we tell her to go looking for? And where would we tell her to look?
Just tell her to recover the evidence that was taken at the scene outside of our house.
I mean, she seems like she likes a challenge. I guess, yeah. Yeah, it's a thread to tug on.
So, I'd say Zentarum. Just to clarify in my own mind, we believe the Zentarum have got the stone, yeah?
No, probably the City Watch.
You said
Could be the
you
Zentarum.
said the gnome was bringing it to us, didn't you?
Gnome was bringing it to us, and he was apparently sabotaged and killed in that explosion. We still don't know the full
Yeah.
situation behind that, do we? I mean, what did you find, Thorin, from that? You found something with stones in it. Could that be related?
Maybe. But I mean, it's I get it out and it's this necklace, and yeah, it's got these beads on it, so it's not really a stone.
Okay.
But it's, I mean, my assumption of what this is maybe mini explosions.
Yeah. So let's go back to that theory then about where the stone's most likely to be, because that's Isla makes a good point there with
So
guess.
we think either the City Watch got off the stone. We think the Zentarum got off the stone. We didn't, or couldn't find anything. Well, we weren't looking for anything at the time. The only people who've had the body is the City Watch.
Yeah.
And the Zentarum had them for a brief period of time. But to the best
Not
of our
long.
knowledge, nobody got away whilst we were doing anything with them.
Yeah.
So, best case scenario is the City Watch have got it.
Why would they want it though?
Part of evidence as to who set that explosion. They came here to investigate the explosion.
Yeah, but
the
if
bodies had that on them, they take it.
if we're saying the Xantharans wanted it, were the people that had it and didn't take it. Only for evidence, and they don't know what it is then.
The gnome had it.
The gnome had it. He was bringing it to us.
The gnome wasn't Zentarum. He worked for Neverember. He was a good guy.
We don't know where he got it from there.
No, so we know the gnome had the stone. He was bringing it to us for whatever reason. How long has it been now since that's passed? Was that this morning?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we're talking 8 hours potentially now that's passed. Now,
He said Lord Neverember sent him, didn't he?
yeah. But now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it. Now this is like Isla. But now that I'm like sitting here thinking about it, if the Zentarum haven't recovered the bodies that they sent a group of people to get, are they going to be sending more people out to have a look at it? And if so, do we have the choice to wait until tomorrow to go and see if the City Watch have got this, or are we best off trying to see if they've got it now?
How far would it be to get there now?
Yeah,
To head back up to Marylebone Way, which was the local one, it's not that far.
Is it going to stay there until tomorrow, and then potentially it's going to get taken to somewhere more secure?
You feel like it's vulnerable to another Zentarum attack?
When you
what we
did
do know
your
about that?
What was that, sorry, Matt?
What we do know about that is that we've intercepted the Zentarum message. So they're trying to tell the rest of the faction that the mission was a failure. They will assume that message has been received, I guess, but it hasn't. It's been intercepted, which potentially buys us time.
Potentially, but if someone's waiting on a message, they're not going to be sitting around all night long.
Would they know they'd be waiting on a message? Would it be, we'll message you either way, or would it be, if there's a problem, we'll let you know, otherwise proceed with the plan or whatever? We don't know, do we? I don't know.
Don't know, but you've got to assume the worst case scenario.
Do you want to just send one of us or you?
I don't know. We'd need a plan. If we're going, would we go to the City Watch to talk and see if they've got it? Are we going there to try and?
Why would they tell us? We're still suspects in that bombing. They got that piece of evidence from that bombing, and they said that they were going to come back and take statements off all of us. suspects might be a bit strong, but I don't think us turning up and saying, "Oh, so did you manage?" You know, I don't think that's gonna.
We dropped something. Can you give it to us?
Well, in that case, maybe a man of your particular set of skills would be.
We already know you can lie.
Try and break into the city watch and steal back this piece of evidence.
It's pretty high risk.
Not trying to be mean, but I think Ezreal's probably got a better chance.
It's a Rogar.
I mean, like even if we're able to even just see the stone, then you know I've got the ability then to kind of keep tabs on it and know where it is, but without knowing what the stone looks like.
We could go ask the question, or someone could go ask the question that isn't me, so I'm not flagged up, and then if it seems doable, I could try and sneak in there and see what's what. Happy to give that a go. I suppose the worst comes to worst, and I'm arrested by the City Watch, I could try and pull the Maloon card and get myself out of there, because I've curried a bit of favour.
You said he was pissed off with you a minute ago.
I didn't say he was pissed off, I said he was like, calm down, don't do anything else. Chill your boots. He was like, he wasn't pissed off, he was just busy.
Sounds pissed off.
Sometimes I can't tell if you're lying or not.
If
Well,
you
my
get
lips
captured, we'll
moving.
just bust you out.
It's one of those. We can either concentrate on finding the stone itself, or see if we can find Neverember and get more information about it, and try and see if he's got any contacts that we can locate the stone within the City Watch. Or if he's a lord, and I don't know, then maybe he's got contacts within the City Watch to keep track of it. Or
We have no way of getting a message to Lord Neverember, do we? The best chance would be through his son, through Rainier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's a thought. Is Rainier calling himself Lord Neverember now? Because his father's not around.
We just spoke to him yesterday. He would have just told us, not sent us some secretive stone with a dwarf that he didn't know if it existed or not. We've got news for him about his dwarf friend, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think we leave it till the morning and try a look at the Yawning Portal first.
I mean, the Yawning Portal's like a 24-hour gig. We don't need to wait till morning to go there.
I'm pretty knackered, to be honest.
Yeah, we've had a long day.
People are rough. People take any damage.
no, but I'm pretty tapped.
Tapped. I took a bit of damage, curiously.
That doesn't surprise me.
Friendly fire, I think they call it.
An odd term. Okay then, so we're going to rest up then and get up in the morning.
Yeah, it looks like it, but it'd be worth getting up bright and breezy and but decide what we want to go and do now rather than wait until again in the morning.
So, get up. Do you want me to go and speak to Maloon, or do I want to go straight to Neverember? Rainier.
I think try Maloon first. Let's try and be good. And if he's not helpful, then we'll have to figure it out ourselves.
Okay. I'll have to be coy about how I know these things. That's fine. We'll figure that out.
Right then, let's rest up.
See that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So you all heading off to your usual bedrooms, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I assume Ulfgar's sleeping in the tap room as usual. Oh yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, as you all start to head off. Thorin, you head up to the first floor. Your bedroom being at the front of the manor. You cut through what is a large sort of drawing room, like meeting room, which sort of links into your bedroom. And as you go through that room, you see laid out on the floor this huge form of Frederick. And you hear what is a loud snoring. It's a pretty immense rumble, and you're not really convinced you're going to get a decent night's sleep next to that as you head off into your room. Negan, Tavis, you make your way and find your little corners that you sleep in. Mucci, you head up to the Isla, you head up to the top floor, into the attic space, and you find your room. When you open the door, lay before you in the corner is a nice new bed, complete with pillow and duvet.
This makes me very happy. I do.
No units. There's nothing. There's the whole list that you gave him isn't there. But yeah, you run your hand over this sanded, smooth wood of the.
I kind of pull the covers back and like kick my boots off and get myself ready for bed. Take a couple of steps back. A hop, skip, and a jump, landing sideways. And those snuggle on down.
For you in your life so far, comfort and sleep have never gone hand in hand. But this night is comfortable. In fact, it's a little too comfortable, and it's something that you're not really used to. You're used to the hard root in your back, the stone cold floor under your roll. Hell, you've even been tied up and left in a Hessian bag before now. But sleep comes, and it comes eventually, and there's a little bit of tossing and turning. And a little bit of just a little bit of uneasiness in your sleep as you start to have these dreams, heavy, vivid dreams. And as you go from one dream to another, one dream sort of stops, and you see before you a fabric stall. You see that there's a roof on it, like a tent stall, if you like, and you see that there's a table, and behind the table is a person. And as you look around, you recognize this place. You're standing in the open square of Forlandin. And the last time you seen this tent, this stall, was surrounded by lots of other stalls, and was surrounded by light and people and joviality and people laughing and having fun. And now it's empty. The skies are dark, so dark that you can't even see the mountains that sit in the distance. The light on the person is dim, and all you see is this silhouette, this hair. And they're the only person that's in front of you.
This person, is it large, small? Can I tell if it's a man or a woman or long hair or anything from the silhouette at all?
It looks like a woman from the height, from the hair.
Does this stall remind me of where we had the tarot reading?
Yep.
And is there anything on the table at all that I can see?
Not from this distance. It looks fairly, like I said, everything's quite silhouetted.
Mm-hmm. Am I in control of myself in this dream?
Yep. This is very lucid.
Okay. Yeah, can I make my way over?
Yeah. You head over, and you recognise this place. It feels familiar. The scene seems familiar. You weren't alone the last time you were here, but now you are. There is no breeze. There's no temperature to the air. It feels like a dream as you approach the stall.
What can I see as I get closer?
You can see that there is a old woman, spiderweb type hair of grey, dry, brittle. You can see that the woman is old, very old. However, this woman doesn't feel like she belongs in this place. And it takes you a second to think about where you've seen this woman before. And you remember being stopped before the wagon race. You remember speaking to an old woman in the street. And you see that she is before you. And sitting in front of her on the table are her hands, and between her hands is a deck of cards that have been stacked up.
I'm gonna say, so you're the woman from the wagon race. You stopped me. You spoke about the demons in the deep. Why are you here?
She doesn't say anything. She just looks at you and... One sec. She looks at you and you see that she takes a card from the top of the deck. And as she places this card down, the card faces her. And you see that written on the card is the Fool. There are no words. She takes the next card from the deck and she places it down. And you see this one is now facing you. And you read the Tower. And this card, as you look at it, is a tower on fire. And you see a crown falling from the top. Crown shape. She pulls the next card Again, this one is facing her. And you see a picture of an old man clutching a staff, hooded robe, and holding a lantern in front of him. And you read at the bottom, "The Hermit." She takes the next card and she places it down. This one is facing you, right side up. And you see the figure of an individual holding aloft what looks like a small staff or a wand. And you see the words, "The Magician." You hear her voice say, "Please, look at the cards."
Which I do.
And you, in this light, you have to really lean over and to sort of get a good look. And you see these images. You see the pictures. You see the way that they've been arranged in front of you. When you look back up, you are shocked, stunned. The woman is no longer there. Before you, sitting opposite you with the hands on the table, is Obo. His eyes are open, but they are completely black. There is no white to his eyes. It's just black. And you see around his lips, on his lips, purple stain.
You see, Bobo, is that really you?
He doesn't say anything, he just sort of looks through you. And he takes the last card that went down, the Magician. As he puts his hand on it, you see that the card has changed. There is no writing on the card. The style of the card has changed. And on it is a picture of a throne. He pulls the card back, keeping the card flat to the table. And as he does, as he streaks it back, it leaves a streak of blood across the table. And he puts it back on top of the deck. He goes for the Hermit next, and he drags it back. You see that the image has changed, and the blood being left behind again on the table, as you see the image of a skull, and he puts it back on top of the deck. Then he takes the tower. Again, the blood streaking behind it. And you see that the image has changed. This one is a ruin. Very similar to the tower, but the card has changed. Puts it back on top of the deck. Lastly, you see that the image of the Fool has also changed. This one looks more clad in black. A mask across the face. A rogue-like character. Again, the blood streaking. As he puts it back on top of the deck.
Oh, but what does this mean?
He remains quiet for a short time, with his hands out in front of him and the deck between his hands, the blood still on the table, he says, "A demon in the deep. It lays impatient, burning with desire, scratching and searching for the surface. It is coming. And you will feel its weight around your neck, pulling you into the depths. It comes to feed upon you. The end is coming." And with that, you wake up. Those final words resonating in the dark room.
Can I quickly hop out of bed and go over to the braces and give them a once over? Are they the same as what they were before, or?
The braces are the same, yeah.
Okay. I'll say, I'm not going to do anything with it, but I'm just going to lie in bed and kind of ponder and think over that dream. And I'll even take a bit of parchment and some charcoal. I'm going to kind of draw everything that I've seen to the best that I can, and just take the braces to bed with me as well, and just have a look at them and compare them and stew.
Okay. Yeah, you check over the braces. There's no change. The images that you'd seen that are embossed in the leather itself remain. You manage to scribble down as much as you can about the dream before you finish off the night's rest. Okay. For everyone else, the night passes without any event. Thurin, you're not quite rolling on the exhaustion table, but to say that you had a restless night with the noise coming from the next room is an understatement, really. Yeah, the sun is up. Bit of a cloudy morning, but yeah, you guys are free to do what you want.
Tavis will get up pretty handy. I've not had the best night's sleep. Been ruminating on a lot of things. Go and quickly check on Mike and just make sure that still seems to be as alright as he can be. And I don't hear anything from him. Don't have any communication. Leave him be. Assuming there's no change there. Just stick some tea on in the tap room and wait for everyone else to get up.
Yeah, so obviously you walk past Ulfgar. So does Ulfgar wake up, or is he still asleep? We can. I don't know if you turned your mic off. You check on Mike, and there's no real change there. He's very much the mushroomy self that he was.
Was the water depleted at all? I put it in a little bowl, didn't I?
Looks fairly standard, to be honest, fairly what it was.
Fucking struggling. I tip it on the floor nearby him in case he absorbs it that way. I don't fucking know. Just trying to look after this thing. Hopeless. Yeah. I
Okay.
need to go through it. I'm going to be looking for a bookshop as my first Myconid.
Myconids for dummies.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ulfgar, you there? I think he's frozen now, isn't he?
I kick him awake.
Yeah, you give him a good boot and he wakes up. Okay, who else is up? Anyone?
Yeah, I'll get off and come down.
Oh, he's back. Yeah, so you up as well, yeah?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you now, yeah. You were frozen as well then.
You've been kicked awake.
Yeah,
Not-
Sam's
and-
give you a kick.
And not by me. For once.
It makes a nice change. Yeah.
Negan, are you up, are you?
Yeah, I'm just sort
Yeah.
of following last now after.
Yeah, you get down and you find that the rest of them are already sort of groggily assembling within the tap room. Frederick comes down as well. He sort of starts pouring some drinks out. All of it's alcohol, so you're not getting away from it.
I keep on the tea that I have.
Yeah, you got your tea on the go.
I'll flat around to anyone who wants it.
Before I head down, I'll have gone onto the balcony and just surveyed the street for a little bit.
Okay. You look out at the horrendous hole in the wall of Corellan's crown. It's quite shocking, really, to behold. And as you sort of lean on the balcony, sort of looking at it, contemplating, all the various things that have happened in this short amount of time that you've had, where you were and where you are now. You watch as a figure in metal armor, steel armor, with a coat sort of long, comes down to sort of nearly ankle height, hood over, comes hood over. You sort of see that there's a sword over the back on a leather strap, and heading down towards Troll Skull, as you recognise the familiar figure of Sildar heading your way.
I see him coming and I'll head straight down.
Okay. Yeah, and as you sort of get down, and it's moments later when he pushes on the door, and he says, "Oh, good morning, all."
Sildar.
Oh, Sildar, how are you?
I'm okay. I've been busy. Looks like you've been busy as well. He looks over at Frederick. Looks like looks like this place is improving.
Sildar, Frederick, Sildar.
He gives him a nod. Lovely. Well, yeah, it looks like you've looks like you're putting a bit of effort into the place. And he reaches behind, he sort of pulls his coat back, almost, Doc Hollywood style, pulls his coat back, and he reaches round the back of his belt, and he pulls out this sort of large leather pouch, and he throws it onto the center table. Well, maybe that can help you out. That's payment for the crown.
Oh, really?
Good news. I was hoping for something.
Excellent.
Yeah, I go and open that bag and start having a right good rummage. Start counting that shit out.
Yeah, you start to put it into piles. There's quite a lot of gold in there.
How much is it, Sildar?
It should be 250. I didn't count it myself.
Tidy.
Is the 250?
Yeah, it's 250.
I love gold.
Yeah, that'll definitely help. Who exactly paid us that 250 then? Like from who to us? Who?
Jallister secured it through the Lord's Alliance.
The Lord's Alliance.
Well, we appreciate that, Sildar.
No, the way that you did was appreciated. It took a while to get that whole crown thing sorted, but that's done. I'm sorry I couldn't get it any sooner. Really, I've been tied up with other things. Really, amazed now they pull you back into the fold when you've been here a couple of days.
What else have you been going on?
Minor stuff, really. It's just been taking up a bit of the time. Just been speaking with some old contacts, sitting with Jallister, listening to rumours, things like that.
Please share. We're all ears for rumours. For instance, particularly, don't suppose you know anything about what happened across the road there.
No, I seen it as I was walking through, but no, from the City Watch, they're just writing this off as more turf war.
Yeah, that makes sense. What would they do with any evidence that they picked up?
It all depends on where they put the jurisdiction at the time. But obviously, generally in this neck of the woods, it's Wayborn Station.
Do you have any sway down there? They're going to listen to you if you ask any questions?
Oh, it all depends who's there. But why would you need? I can go and do a bit of snooping around.
What do we need, guys?
Well, we think there was a gnome killed outside the building yesterday, and we think he was bringing something to us. We haven't been able to find it.
What kind of thing?
You said it was a stone?
Yeah, stone. Wouldn't be that big, probably concealable in a pocket.
I can go and find out. Yeah, I mean I don't suppose you've seen anyone, did you? Anyone? I don't know. Anyone investigating it? Anyone? Any names?
Yeah,
We sure
I can-
did.
We do.
Seth and Barnabas.
Seth and Barnabas. Yeah, doesn't ring a bell, but well, I can see what I can. Like I said, I can see what I can turn up.
We weren't their flavour of the week.
Yeah.
I feel like I hear that a lot, to be honest with you, Thorin.
I would get that, but maybe not so much for myself. I mean, I'm a delight after all.
I just kind of like stare him out for a second and just like, fuck you.
If it helps,
Yeah.
Barnabas is a human guy. He was dressed in purple robes, with golden hair and beard, and safe with tattered old cloak, long sword, scruffy hair. If that helps
Safe.
ring any bells.
I can see what comes of it. You sort of see that he takes out a little bit of parchment. He just starts to scroll on there. So, an object and a gnome. Any idea who the gnome was? What caused the blast?
Yeah, still don't know
Yeah.
that either.
Yeah, well, we think the gnome had some. Well, we know the gnome had something. We think the Zentarum wanted it, and we think they caused the explosion to cause the distraction and/or kill people, and then they tried to steal from some bodies from House of the Holy Hands.
Of course.
In short.
Zen scumbags again.
Oh, I don't know.
Had you not?
We're
Had you not heard any?
Isla shoots Tavis a very quick glance.
They're the worst. I mean, maybe apart from Xanathars, but who knows?
Yeah, they're all scum in my eyes.
There was a boy in the street. He said he saw someone on the roof. So that person will have got away.
You think it was that person that caused the blast?
Maybe. He said he heard this drop into a barrel next to the building, and I pull out the necklace. I don't know what this is, but there's one bead missing.
Yeah, he sort of picks it up, and the beads themselves, they feel warm to touch. Definitely looks arcane. And he sort of hands it back.
Yeah, my assumption is that it's a fireball spell or something like that contained in it.
I think Rimple might be able to figure that out.
Yeah, maybe.
How far do his abilities go? Worth
Had
maybe
you-
worth enough.
Had you heard much, Sildar, before you came here about what happened to the blast?
No, not really. Though there's been talks about Zents and Xanathars. But yeah, that's about it. I don't know. Well, until it was mentioned to me yesterday, well, last night, about the blast. Didn't really hear anything.
How long do you think it would take to find out if they found anything that we were looking for?
The Lord's Alliance.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get onto him pretty quick and we get some feelers out.
I mean, it would really cut our checks out if we knew that they didn't have it. Sort of make it a lot easier to find out who did then.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
I appreciate that.
Just while I've got you here, Negan, do you mind if we have a private word?
No? Not at all.
Okay, one sec. Where have you gone? It won't be a sec.
Thorin whispers. What's next for Thorin?
What's next in general? I need to figure out what's going on. I've lost my notes from last time.
Oh no.
And I can't really remember what we'd agreed upon doing, and I have not had a chance to look at YouTube with all the shit that's been going on this week. So
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're gonna do either now.
We haven't really agreed anything other than we needed to look into Sildar, collect our silvered, not Sildar, Rainier, collect our silvered weapons, and there was talk about Tavis trying to infiltrate the Zentarim and go that route.
Didn't Rainier say he knew the ginger gnome?
Yeah, so the ginger gnome used to work for his dad.
you wanted
Rainier-
to know.
He wanted to know if he was still okay.
I think that was the plan, wasn't it? To go to Bernier, let him know about the gnome, and then see if we could get some type of lead on his dad.
From him, yeah.
You can always bring Zone of Truth with me and see if that.
Yeah. I mean, we
like-
don't think Rainier's going to lie, do we? But I think that's a useful thing anyway.
How
He knows it though.
how big is that
Thing
zone of
having
truth?
15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of my choice.
That's gonna
For an
cause a
hour?
riot. You imagine
only
everyone
thing-
everyone in the yawning portal telling the truth.
The only thing is, the affected creature is aware of the spell and can avoid answering questions. by being evasive. So
Oh, we could. If we don't believe what he's saying, we could get him back to ours and then try it. Won't be too hard. And then we've got our friend, the Red Viper. What's her name again?
Esville Rosnar.
Ezreal, that's it. We could always, yeah. I think a separate conversation with Ezreal about any progress she's made with the One. Is it? Is it the One? I think it's the One. Who's the leader of the Red Sashes. And then, session before last, Negan was keen to go after. Oh, that's what I think so. There was discussions about whether or not we'd go after Obo.
Oh, and there was also discussions about going to the to see the captain.
Yeah, those.
Hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, well, depends on what we want to do as a group now. Like, is this a whole money and Waterdeep? Is this what we're after? Is that like what our important thing is, or what's the priority of the group here now? Is it to find the stone, or is it just chin that off and go our own merry little way and do what we want?
Yeah, like we should try and find the stone. Someone out from outside was trying to get us a serious message.
Yeah,
Something really serious happened as an intervention.
So I think the options that we've got is either go to Vernier and follow that lead to Neverember, or go to the city option, see if we can locate the stone and see what that gives us.
Sildar's kind of taken that on for us a little bit, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think give Sildar a day and see if he can figure it out.
So do you want to go to Vernier then? At least let him know about. The very least we can do is let him know about his friend.
What was his name? The dwarf? Can't remember.
Looking at my notes on Daryl's paper, the gnome's name is
Dalakar.
Dalakar, yes. Because those notes are somewhere in this house. That's been moved a million times. I literally only got this room finished today, so.
That's good,
Nice.
man.
Okay, so Negan and Sildar, they come back over having had a bit of a private word by the wall, by the door, and Sildar pulls out a chair.
Whilst they were off, I want to just take Frederick to one side and just say, Frederick, I don't know what you've got on your plate today, but I wondered if you could run a little errand for me, which I'll pay for, obviously.
So just out of curiosity, can I roll a perception to see if I heard anything that Sildar and Negan said?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Yeah. 12.
It was really quiet.
Worth a shout.
Yeah, Frederick says, yeah, what do you need?
I've just got a letter I'd like to try and get back to Everlund, if you wouldn't mind. And give him a couple of silver pieces, figuring that's probably should cover it on his time.
Well, if it's any more, I'll be able to sort it.
I appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. You've done us a really good solid here. The place is looking good. How are you feeling? How are you holding up? You've not had any trouble or any contact or anything from the bloody werewolves or anything?
No, I slept like a log last night.
No,
Oh,
really?
beautiful.
It's so good to, just get my head down and
Good to
that
know.
was so
Hard day's
peaceful.
work, good day's rest.
you know what? I don't mind it. I don't mind being kept busy. But yeah, I slept like an absolute log. And he puts this big hand on Isla's small shoulder and he says, how was the bed?
I just like put my hand like there. I'm like, yes, that was, yeah. I've never had a bed like that, Frederick. Like that is blown my mind.
Well, I got it round the corner in the Bent Nail, the furniture shop. Anyway, he measured me up. He's going to try and make me a bed. So I'm just going to get comfier from here on out.
Beautiful
What did that
stuff.
set? What did that set you back?
Which one?
Oh, his size.
My size.
No, his.
I don't know yet. He's
Alright.
measuring it up, and I'm going to go back today and find out when I go and pick up Isla's drawers.
Really?
Wink. Yes. Drawers, bed. This place is really starting to feel like a bit of a home, guys.
Yeah, and
Nothing wrong with the floor.
he points as well to the corner, and you see that there's just like lined these like pieces of wood. And he said, "I got some shelves as well to go up behind the bar."
Beautiful.
Nice. And
Sounds
just
good.
give Ulfgar a quick look and go, Ulfgar, mate, listen, I know you like to sleep down here in the tap room.
You could say I like to sleep in my own field.
Well, I was going to say, what about seeing if this bent nail can make you like a bit of a rocker? Get you a bit of a rocking chair?
That would be really nice, actually. I've never seen much point in beds and rocking chairs, but I think I could be persuaded.
So it's
Getting on in life, mate. Now might be the time.
I just ask him, yeah, can you just get a quote on a rocking chair for our man here? Maybe get him a little footstool for his old feet.
Or a Shea lounge.
I've got spread out on a chaise
Class up the place a bit.
Frederick's like, I'll see what I can find. He's got a fair few bits that I think will be nice additions. So we'll be putting him in business. We might even get him coming here for a drink. That puts us in business.
Tell him he's got one on the house first time round.
Absolutely.
I'll let him know. It'll probably be made up. Well, anyway, so this afternoon is a trip to go and sort out this license. I'm just going to try and get mine transferred over, but we'll see how we can get on.
Best
Sounds
of
like
luck
a
with
plan.
that, yeah. Put your best foot
Well,
Thank you,
forward.
Frederick.
If we get that sorted, then we can start trading, and well,
Do you think?
we're on the up and up from there.
Do you think you'll have any difficulties, or with it being here and what's going on, or do you reckon you'll be all right?
Oh, you mentioned something about Casper Reynard.
Yeah, avoid him. He's a tosser.
Well, I know that. But to be fair, I've been trading in this city for 40 years.
Yeah, you got a good name.
So I'm sure there's something I can sort out.
Would you need any gold to help the way, or would that not help?
Well, from our discussion the last time, I'm also going to pick up a safe. So if you don't mind leaving gold in the safe, then I can dip in and out, and I can try and sort out what we need.
How long
Yeah,
will it
just
take
we'll leave a bit of parchment in there. Just keep a scroll of what goes in and out.
Yeah. How long will it take you to get up there to sort, or to get there and try and sort it out? The travel time, hour, half hour, 45 minutes. What's the quickest you can get there?
What to the trade ward and back?
Yeah, well, just to the trade ward, just to get there and have the conversation.
Don't know. Give me a few hours.
What have you left now, for example?
Oh, you're back by 1.
You're trying to help him. And
Yeah,
the time limited
So
support.
for the DM's perspective, I'm just
Yeah.
looking at giving him enhanced ability on charisma to help him persuade his way into
How long's that last?
An hour.
He'd be there within an hour, but how much he'd be able to charm his way through it, I don't know.
Unless you went with him just before he went in. Give him a little pep talk.
He says, "Look, I can see you a lot worried. Yeah, and I know that you've been knocked back,
We're
but
trying to
just give
back
me
you.
this. Just give me this chance."
Yeah. I trust him.
We
I
trust
believe
you.
in him.
I got
Yeah,
every
we trust you.
faith in you, Frederick. And while you're up there, put in a good word for Rimple.
Well, first things first.
Yeah, this yeah, this is what you were saying, wasn't it? About Rimple, about this, and Reynard. He's a twat. I'll see what I can do. Let's get the license first, and then we can go from there.
We scared the shit out of him first time he came round here. Pulled a couple of tricks. He left with his
Yeah, I
tail
bet he
between his
did.
legs.
Especially with Lift floating around. Christ.
So it's take a little bit of getting used to. But it's nice
Yeah, I
having
bet.
him round.
Yeah. Well, I'll head over there, and I'll see what I can. I'll see what I can sort out.
Thank you, sir.
Did we ever mention to Frederick? Did we ever mention to you about Rimple with the live cider? I can't remember. My memory's there.
I think it was only a comment.
Yeah. I'll just mention it to him and say there's a guy called Rimple, and he lives. Can't remember where he lives, but I'll tell him where he lives because Isla would know where he lives. And he's looking at selling his wares. You know, he's done us a couple of favors, and you know we'll try and do him one as well and sell his cider here. But if you happen to get hold of some of my Paola, just a little personal stash for me, I won't say no.
Yeah, well, that's just it, you see. See, Reynard, he has the monopoly of ale. Well, as you're probably aware, no matter where you go, you're going to be drinking. You're going to be drinking his stuff, so it's always difficult. And he's got the ear of the guild, so, and he's got the cash. But like I said, look, first things first. Let's turn this, which is whatever this is, your hidey hole, into something that's going to turn a little bit of money. Because very soon, some people are going to start knocking on the door, and they're going to be asking for it. Yeah, the taxes and whatever else. So, let's get some ale in here, no matter what it is. Let's get some customers in here. Let's get it turning, and then we can go from there.
Yep, good plan. You've got the experience here. We'll defer to you.
Yeah, he sits down. The chair sort of creaking under his weight, and he says, "It can be an expensive. It can be a bit of expensive to run the business. But what I'll do is I'll work out what it's going to cost us monthly. So that's going to be in terms of ale, and then how much of it we're going to have to sell, and then I'll let you know, because you're going to have to really factor a lot of this into it for now until we get it so it's breaking even. But if you really pushing for it to be a successful business, then we'll go with it.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
The other thing I need to do as well is go and check on Fowler.
Where did she go?
She went to Bookworms. Apparently, she knew the.
Oh yeah.
There's a bookshop around the corner. She knows the proprietor. She was going there to. She's going to stay there. So.
Fair enough.
I'm just going to go and check on her, make sure she's all right. See if she needs a hand.
Yeah, let her know she's welcome back here if she wants to stop here for whatever reason.
Yeah, I just like the fact that there's a gaping hole in a wall and all of her stuff's inside. But I think when it dawned on them, it was pretty. I think it was a lot to take in, quite distressed. So I'll go and poke my head in there as well.
Yeah.
So he gets his like his things together. He's like a bit of a leather satchel that he's got, and he makes sure that you've all got a drink before he goes, and then he gives you a nod and he heads out. As he gets to the door, you hear another on the door, and he sort of opens it up, and you see Renier Neverwinter standing at the door. And he sort of looks up at this Goliath. Oh, hi, wow. Like, a little bit shocked and taken back. And then he sort of sees the rest of you just inside. I've just come to see them. And he just opens the door and looks at you, waiting for a nod.
To what
That's,
displeasure?
So Renier steps in as the Goliath walks out, and he says, "I need to see you after our chat yesterday, Isla."
Come on in, take a seat.
He pulls up a seat. You can see that he's alone as well.
Spoke for all of us, didn't he?
No.
It was me and you. Was it me and Tavis that did it?
It was just Tavis and Isla that went over.
Okay.
Or did Thurin go over as well? I wasn't sure. Or was it Thurin and Isla?
It was me and Isla.
Yeah, Thurin and Isla it was.
Oh, and I joined after. Because I've been speaking to Malone, that's it.
Oh, you're in here. You're right.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It just got me thinking yesterday in our conversation, and I think there's a few things that you need to, well, be aware of. I don't want you walking into something blind.
Yeah, well, it just feels the way. It's looking. Listen, I've got to be honest. I did some digging on the gnome. Talakar. It was him. I just put my hand on him next time. Sorry.
Oh, what is he doing? He's worked for my father for years. He's well, for want of a better word, he's a spy.
So just for clarity, are we all party to this, or is it private between us?
Yeah, he's just sitting amongst us.
Yeah, it's just sitting amongst us, yeah.
Cool.
No, well, listen, I had gotten a bill. I could speak to dead people, and I had a bit of a chat with him, and he said that he was still working for your father up until he passed away. He was, funnily enough, said he was coming here to see us, but I didn't really get a great deal of information more out of him.
Did he say why?
He said he was bringing us something, a stone.
Stone. Well, it's just getting more. It's just getting more and more complicated.
What's going on?
Well, before my father left, and he headed to Neverwinter, he left a large sum of money here in the city, which was, I don't know, rumour, legend, fable, whatever you want to call it. He had a key to the vault. It's known as the Stone of Galore.
What's that spelled, please?
It is spelt G-L-A. Let me just find it so it's got it properly. Sorry, it's not. It's G-O-L-O-R-R.
G-O-L-O-R-R.
O-R-R. Yeah.
Galore.
Yeah, sorry. Stone of Galore.
And do you know what the stone looked like?
It's a weird. It's a weird thing. It's probably about that big. It's green like jade, but it's not jade. It's in there. It's a weird head thing. It's got 3 eyes that run in a line. going from top to bottom. It's supposed to be an aboleth. I don't really know the story behind it.
What's an aboleth?
It's I've never seen one. It's just a strange creature. Anyway, it's in the shape of that. I don't really know much more about the stone than that. I'd seen Dalekar. Well, I thought I'd seen him in a crowd. It's just when you asked, it just reminded me of. I was hoping it wasn't him, to be honest. Kind of had a dread that it was, though.
Right, for a second.
Why would you not want it to be him?
He was always all right with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the time when I was on speaking terms with my father, he was always all right. But I don't know. I just had this dread.
Not
So
spoken to your
he-
dad for a while then.
No, it's been a few years. I the loss of my mother and him being kicked out. Neverwinter. I didn't want to go. Waterdeep's me home. I don't really want any of the titles that go with being the son of the Open Lord of Waterdeep.
Dads, man. Dads are arseholes.
Yeah, well, mine in particular. So Dalakar's dead. Well,
Sorry.
why would he be coming here though? I don't.
Got no idea.
Well, apparently a message to us.
Yeah, he was coming here to us to bring it to us. He said that we could be trusted. So how, if he works for your father, how that information has reached him, I'm not too sure. Are you?
I don't know. I heard a rumor that the stone had found its way into the Xanathar.
When?
A while ago.
When did you hear the rumour?
A while ago. So, I don't know. I don't know how Dalekar will have got hold of it, but I know that everyone who's looking for that vault will be looking for it.
How wide is that knowledge that you just shared with us, do you think, when you're about that stone?
Sorry, what was that?
How widely spread is that knowledge about the stone? The detail that you gave us.
Again, this is like a fable. This is like a...
Myth and legend.
Yeah, it's just... I heard things, I heard rumours, and... Well, that was a long time ago. That I wonder whether Dalekar got it back or whether it was even there in the first place. Just don't want that key falling into the wrong hands.
Hard to know what the right hands would be, I suppose.
Well, not the Zents or the Zentarim for one. Saying that, it's only gold in it. At the end of the day.
Yeah, but it's not the gold that's the issue. If the gold falls into the wrong hands, it's what people can do with the gold.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
If you have that amount of gold, you can own a city.
You definitely buy enough influence to own the city.
And if you've got the influence, then you can cause chaos and havoc upon the world.
Yeah, agreed. Well, if I can help in any way, let me know. You've got to try and get that stone. If it falls into the wrong hands. And who else have we got? And Sildar sort of looks at you and he nods along as well. Christ, if the Xanathar gets it. The Zents.
Well, guys, I think we've got a couple of leads to follow. We need to see if the stone that they got is this stone of Galore, and if it isn't the stone, then if what Rainier is saying, then potentially Xanathar have it.
So, what else happened with the blast? Is there any more information? Was it just him?
No, it was him and a few others. I mean, was it four? Was it four people
There
in
was
that robe
yeah.
colour?
There's a couple of
there was two
Zentarim
guys in
and
black, wasn't there?
yeah,
we
two
know,
guys
yeah.
in two Zentarim and then a performing troupe of halflings. It looked like.
Yeah. There was two Zents who died. Their bodies are in the House of the Holy Hands. Or they were. And yeah, about four or five people all wearing. Was it like red robes? Was it?
No, they were in like sort of common clothes, but it was more like upmarket. Like, looked like they worked for like nobles or something like that.
It was all matching though, weren't they?
Oh, they were the troop.
It was a performing troupe of halflings
Yeah.
who used
Yeah.
to do a thing down the street.
Well, yeah, someone from the rooftop disappeared. It looks like they could have caused it from up top. They ran off. And, yeah,
Well, you've got to assume that the Zents have the stone.
We're hoping the City Watch have it.
Yeah,
see-
and I agree. And if they have got it, then we're all right. And Sildar says, "This is what you want me to go and follow up on. This is what we're talking about."
Yeah.
Yeah, this is more detail for the stone that we mentioned.
Well, I'll go after the City Watch. You get after the Zents.
You want to trade?
Oh yeah, I'll be the one that goes after the Zents. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you lot go to the city. Yeah, that sounds like an absolutely good no. Look, do what you want to do. I'm only offering.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm only offering up. I'm only offering up ideas.
No, that's dead useful, Sildar. Thank you. We appreciate your support, help.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. It sounds better to me than sitting around waiting for someone to come back. I'm all about going to find something and do something. So, if it's the Zents, then I'm all for going after them. What are your thoughts, Tabs?
Yeah,
You're
let's do
up for
it.
going after some Zents?
I'm up for getting the stone, wherever it is. The name on the door doesn't bother me. We just need to find the right location.
Anyway, and this is Renier now saying this. He says, I wanted to come and, well, just talk to you alone. After our conversation yesterday, it's not it's not easy for Esville to talk about her family. But there's a brave face being put on, especially for this party with the Castellantas. It's not water under the bridge. Not for her. It's it's hard for her to talk about. But going into the Castellantas and, well, they've got a lot of power, and they are on the up and up.
And what's she hoping to achieve?
In all honesty, just showing her face, her name, being a presence. There's a dark history with 3 families in this city, and this goes back generations. The Rosnars, Esville, her grandfather, he was a merchant. He had ships, he had trade, he had a lot of wealth, and an opportunity dropped on his door. The Castellantas, well, they've always been a banking family. They gave up the money. They wanted to be in the business. They wanted to get the money back. Make more money off it.
And the third family?
It's the Blackwoods. They were military. They had militias. They had mercenaries. Anyway, this opportunity came calling, and, well, the Rosnars needed more ships. They went to the Castellantas. They took out a big loan, and, well, the Castellantas were stretched, put it that way. But there was a lot of money involved. This goes about 20 years ago. Esville was just born, little girl. They were sailing around the Moonshay Islands. Whole host of ships. It was like a tidal wave, like a tsunami. And it was just wiped out their fleet. Their entire fleet in one voyage. And that was it. It sunk everyone. The Blackwoods, they had most of their militias, mercenaries on board. The Rosnars, they lost their whole fleet of ships. And the Castellantas, no one could pay him back. The bank went under. All because of a wave. So, the Castellantas, well, they formed a bit of a plan. They wanted their money back. They wanted their money back off the city. So they went to the Open Lord, my father, and they said that they had been duped, that the contract was void, that the money was stolen, because the Rosnars weren't open about what they were doing, and they accused them of slavery. One ship made it. One ship. And she managed to track that one ship down and find that ledger that proved that there was no slaves involved. Well, after that, the Blackwoods, they became aligned with the Castellantes forever and a day. They took over the shipping side of things. The Rosnars, they were kicked out. The Castellantes got some recompense back from the city, some compensation. They started their bank up. Fast forward to now, the Castellantes' grandson, Victorio, he's doing well in the banking community. Him and his wife are on the up and up, seen as the new blood in the city, a revival of an old name. But they're underhanded. I don't feel like you're just walking into a party and that's all it is. These are not people to be messed with.
We're only interested in one person at that party.
I don't know if we know that, given what's just been shared. You said the Blackwoods took over the shipping and kind of trade side of the industry, and they'd initially been part of the military and that side of things. Do they still own over the military?
After the disaster, that was... Well, it was hard for everyone to get over. But I think that they saw an opportunity of more money in the merchant... Sorry, more money in the the merchant side of things.
Yeah.
So the Castellans has helped them get on their feet. The Blackwoods, well, they were clutching onto their coattails.
Yeah.
There is one more thing, and it's something that you need to be aware of. There are rumours of vigils with the Castellantes. Robed gatherings. And they won't be mere peasants, they won't be just people off the street, they'll be the wealthy and influential, powerful people of this city.
The masked lords?
No. Well, who's to know? I don't know. Maybe. But whatever it is, it's been known. They have these gatherings. Other than that, I don't know anymore. And we're not likely to.
No.
I'm surprised that Esvel even got a invitation to the party. I think they just want to keep face like everyone else. Probably more to rub a nose in it. She was never going to tell you the full story, but you saved my life, and I don't want you just walking into an unknown. You need to tread carefully.
We appreciate you coming around and letting us know.
Sounds like
you.
Ezreal needs to tread carefully too. I'm sure she's got that covered.
She can handle herself.
And you?
Well, I'll be alright. I just can't, I don't know. Just gotta be careful. My father's name still carries for something, I guess. But at least it makes sense on why it was taken. Maybe they thought I knew where the stone was.
Or where the vault is.
Maybe.
So Isla, just on here and all that, just kind of stands up, goes over to the bar, just gets himself another drink, and he drinks it. But he's distant.
Sildar looks over and he sort of catches that you've moved away. He just sort of gives you a bit of a look and leaves you to it.
Don't think you can get us an invite maybe to this party? Rainier,
Yeah, well, we'll get you an invite where we can
come as your help.
take some aids. I'm not sure we'll get all of you in, but at least you'll have people on the inside.
Yeah, we'll watch each other's backs.
Look, I don't know what's going on. The Blackwoods and what went on in the Copper District. It doesn't feel like coincidence. So just watch your back. I'll continue to move in daylight and be where I can be seen. Sildar leans forward. He says, these gatherings, I'll see if I can get any information off Jalister. See if he can give us an idea of what these gatherings are, and I'll see if I can help.
Perhaps we can try an earwig on one of them. Do you think they may have an ulterior motive with this party?
Don't know. I think they just want power. They eventually want what everyone wants. To be a mass lord.
Yeah. If they're not already.
If they're not already. How would you know?
Kind of the point.
Yeah. I haven't got the most time for my father, but how he ran a city like this is beyond me.
If we find him, we'll ask him.
No. He's a long way north from here. Anyway, I best be going.
Is there anyone you know who might still be in touch with your father? Anyone else who might? You know, similar to Dalakar? Might still
No.
have a contact? No.
Not really, no. Not in the city. I don't know. Maybe. I don't have much to do with him. And I haven't for a long time.
Do you think he was sending Delakar to us to give you the stone?
Maybe. Look, Dalakar. There wasn't a lot that Dalakar didn't know. He was good at what he did. Maybe he's seen that you rescued me, and therefore you were trustworthy. I don't know. The friend of my friend and all that.
Mhm.
Look, I better get back. I don't really want to leave Esville. I'm going to. But if you need me, I'll be around the portal.
And if you need us, we're here.
He sort of looks over to you at the bar and gives you a nod. Look after yourselves. Be safe.
Likewise.
He just nods and then
And
he
you, friends.
he walks out the door.
Sildar. Zents, where are you best looking?
I don't know. Did you not get any leads?
We got a lead on their hideout.
Did we get any leads? Team?
We got a lead on their
We've got
hideout.
the
The
What's the lead? Hit me with
3
it.
souls.
3 souls. Yeah.
3 souls, Sildar.
I don't know what that is.
It's in the grave ward.
That's how long it's the same for that.
In the
The city of death.
City of Dead.
Yeah.
Well, but it's better than nothing.
Apparently there's 3 mausoleums there. And the hideout.
There's a lot of mausoleums there.
There's 3 particular ones.
And that's all it is. Yeah.
That's where their hideout is.
Based up.
Well, good luck. Look, I'm going to head over to the City Watch
Sildar,
and get up while it's early.
Sildar, before you go, there's something I think it's worth me sharing with you, as I've shared with my colleagues. I quietly say, I bear the mark of the Zentarum. In another city, in another life, I've worked with them. It's not who I am, it's not who I'm part of that faction anymore. I'm working with these and I'm trying to help you. You've seen that I've done those things already. I know you're going to find that hard to trust. I'd just rather you hear it from me. I don't know what's going to happen down the line. I don't know which way the fates will align, but you've trusted in me, so I'm trusting in you. It's something that has hit me hard as coming to the city and understanding a bit more about what happens with them here. I was involved in some relatively petty stuff and trying to get myself out of where I was from, but I feel like you're being open and sharing things with us, and it's only right that I do that, and then in doing so, I'm not making my compatriots here complicit in any deception.
He sort of looks around the rooms at each of your faces to try and get a read on your feelings on it. Tavish, just roll a persuasion check.
12.
He looks like he's on the fence. And he just stays quite quiet. He looks around at the rest of you in the room. He looks at Isla, Thorin, then Ulfgar, then Negan. He pauses on Negan for a bit. And when he speaks, he looks at Negan and he says to the room, "Well, I hope you all know what you're doing. And I trust that you know what you're doing. You've had my trust for a while. You're not going to lose it now. I'm going to see what I can find out. And he doesn't look too pleased, but he just gets up and he leaves.
The 3 souls then.
Sounds like it.
You know how far away it is?
So the 3 souls is on the east side of the city, and it sort of spans between sort of halfway down the north ward where you are and into the trades ward. So where the north ward and the trades wards are, the city then sort of like runs alongside it. The guys, when you guys went to Felzoon's Folly in the trade ward, you actually walked past one of the walls, the long wall where this was, so you know where to go. But where to go when you're inside is going to be a different matter. Do you gather your stuff and head out?
Well,
Yeah, can we swing by that armory?
Okay.
We need to think about how to approach this, so we can use me. But am I best doing that alone?
do we want to
There's
have
one prong.
Just 1 sec.
do we want to have a recce of what equipment we've got before we go?
From
Probably
the armory,
worth
you
it, isn't
mean? If
Well,
I just...
potions and stuff.
It's what we've got on us now.
Because it might get hairy in there.
Mm-hmm.
Just for...
It's quite
just from my
easy for me. I
recollection.
don't have any potions.
Yeah, I don't have any potions. Just for me remembering, where did you guys rescue Rainier from?
It was a Zentarium warehouse.
Yeah, tied up.
In
In the
Waterdeep.
city. Yeah.
So that would be an alternative route to go into the belly of that beast.
But didn't that just take us to
Took a... wasn't it?
sewers?
Yeah, the sewers, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't the Zentarum hideout, was it?
Wasn't it?
Or was it?
Yeah, no, I thought...
That was Xanathar's. There was the King.
Who sounds like Xanathar's.
The Zentarum hideout was something.
So just to put you in the picture, on what had actually happened. So Renier had been for a drink with Falloon, his mate, and they both look alike. Both were kidnapped by Xanathar and taken to a warehouse. The warehouse was raided, by Zentarim, to a Zentarim warehouse in the dock ward. And that warehouse was raided by Xanathar. Xanathar, looking for Renier, got the wrong man and took Falloon. When the party arrived, they rescued Renier, but Renier then said, "My friend has been taken, can you then help me out?" You then found an underground sewer pathway to a Xanathar hideout, where you then rescued Falloon.
Yeah.
Done so much.
So you know as
What was that,
you
mate?
know
We've done so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
so
You
you
realise.
guys know where to find a Zentarim warehouse, but how much benefit that'll be is questionable.
So,
I mean,
What we can s-
what's going to be the plan heading down to the City of Dead and Zentarim hideout? I can go in there looking for work. What, you guys just rock up with me, or
I think you should probably go in on your own, to be honest.
I'll blast the door open.
Or just storm in
That
and
could also
start
work.
kicking off.
Maybe let's just go down there and scope it out. See what it looks like from the outside.
What So what equipment have we got?
I've got one potion of healing.
I've mainly got what you know about. I don't have any potions or. I've got this. Potentially got this. Poisonous stuff that previous infernal guy drank.
I've only got 2 good berry left, and that's it.
I've got a fireball scroll.
Have you got to get your weapons though, Ulfgar?
Yeah, we should swing past Steam and Steel. Those up.
I'm gonna have to get that.
Is it worth like stocking up on some other bits as well, like potions,
I think it might be worth
ingredients and stuff?
grabbing some just in case.
Yeah.
Why don't we see if we can find Schemo's place? He said he could knock up a health potion or two and send me out. Right, no, he's full on O's one. We released him from that prison.
Where was Schemo's place? Do you remember?
I mean, he was a bit coy on precise places, but he told us it was called Weird Bottles something. Schemo Weird Bottle.
It was called Weird Bottles Concoctions.
Yeah, like I said, that.
Well, let's go shopping.
Sure.
Shopping episode.
Yeah.
Although when Isla asked, or whoever asked him, might have been Thorin actually asked where it was, he said you'll find it. I think it was actually Isla when he threw a lemon at him.
Doesn't sound like something I'd do that.
Wasted.
Well, let's go to the armory first and get some stock of provisions. You want your silvered weapons? I wouldn't mind doing a bit of shopping.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you... Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I go up and get my my packing, my stuff, and get ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, as you gather all your things, obviously Frederick's already gone, and your 2 guests have now left. We'll, if you want, we can go and make brews. Right then. Okay, now we can either, for shopping, we can either do this in summary mode, where you tell me where you want to go and I'll tell you the transactions that take place, or we can do it in terms of role-playing it and going through it mode. Totally up to you. I'm easy either way.
I'm personally quite keen to get to where we're going to, so I'd be happy to do the summary. But yeah, this is a democracy, so
Yeah, I could summary it. I would potentially like to text you, Daryl, outside with a specific request.
If you want to do specific requests and you want to do it in game, I'm all for it. I don't mind. We're just chilling out.
I don't need. I think it's a fairly standard request. It's just it doesn't need to be played out in game. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my shopping was pretty dull and straightforward, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So first of all, you guys are after your weapons from Steam and Steel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it worth,
Um,
while we're there, trying to get you a breastplate or something instead of your chainmail?
Breastplates are hella expensive.
But we could trade in.
I'm supposed to work there, aren't I? So maybe he'll give me a deal or something. I think a discount.
You know what, right? I've heard some absolute lies. In fact, I've heard some lies today, and you working there is 100% the best lie I've ever heard.
But it's
Because so far, you've done absolutely diddly squat.
we're returning customers.
Yeah.
You've only spent 50. We haven't even spent 50 gold yet.
Yeah, breastplate's like 400 gold, isn't it?
Is that how much it is?
Armor and shields.
See, I'm glad man was free.
Yeah, it's 400 gold. Woohoo!
What, even for a little one?
Breastplate. It's 400 drips, breastplate.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
Your armor class. What's your dex? What's your dex modifier for Ulfgar?
Dex is 0.
Yay!
Well, hang on a sec. Well, yeah, your armor class would go down.
Oh yeah, so it wouldn't be any good.
You'd go down by 2 to get a breastplate.
Oh, right, okay. Maybe not do that.
Right, right, Daryl, my shopping list is as follows. I would like a shield, a short bow, and 50 arrows, please.
You've got a shield.
Yeah, you went and got yourself one. No, you went back
You
and
did-
got yourself one.
Did I buy another one? Fucking excellent.
Yeah, you
Oh,
did.
shield.
You
No,
bought one in Steam and Steel, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah, he did. 'Cause I was. Yeah, he
Short,
did.
a short bow and 50 arrows, then, please.
Short bow.
What
Let's
weapons did we send in to get silvered anyway?
Let's have a character conversation about who's got what weapons.
Yep, you can do that while you're on your way to Steam and Steel, because this
I'll
is going to
do-
be.
I'll do 60 arrows and that'll be 28 gold. I'm not bothered
So
about
what
trying to
what weapons has everybody got?
I've
have
got
a
2 battle
scimitar.
axes and the fire shield. That's it.
I have a scimitar, 2 daggers, a short bow, and a hand crossbow.
I have a short bow and my staff.
I've got my 2.
I have a rapier, a sling, and a mace.
I've got my 2 axes, my warhammer, and my trident.
I do have a series of weapons in the bag of holding though.
I also have a number of weapons that we've not used.
Go on then, what are these weapons and we can
Yeah,
distribute them?
Unless I've sold it. I've got a longsword called Talon. Aldith Transcender's longsword. That's
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
team
you have,
inventory.
Yep. Remember when you got that?
Is that just a standard longsword?
It's a
Once
plus
you
1.
once you attune, it's +1 to enchanted and +1 to attack and damage.
Don't know if I can wield a longsword. Hold on.
Yeah, Isla, you spent 12 gold on a shield, so you've already got that. You bought that from Steam and Steel. You paid for that on the day, and then it's going to run you another 28 gold for your short bow and 60 arrows, just going off the.
Yeah, I'll pay. I'm not too fussed about getting into semantics.
Player's handbook. I'm not
That's
going
not my.
to
That's
mess
not my
around
first.
with pricing.
That's
What was that you said? A longsword?
Yeah, it's a long sword, yeah.
No, I can't. I can't. I'm not proficient. Negan would be, I assume. And maybe Ulfgar as well. It's just sat there in a back.
Would, yeah.
He wishes.
I've got a short bow. Isla could have. I've got my hand crossbow as well.
That's
I'm
fine.
proficient with simple and martial weapons.
I don't want your short bow. It's tainted with the blood being a Zent.
Longsword is a martial melee weapon.
If you've got proficiency with simple and martial weapons, that's all weapons.
So yeah, you could wield
Does
the longsword if you wanted.
I could swap one of my axes for it. Like if you could stick the axe in the bag, and I could have the sword, maybe.
Keep the axes on, yeah. The longsword is probably two-handed, I think.
It's versatile.
It's versatile.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can use
All
it
I know is-
one-handed or two-handed. You get 1d8 or 1d10, depending on how you use it.
Because I can't
Okay.
use a longbow.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, go on. Pass it over.
What weapons did we actually get silvered up though? Sorry.
In the silver, you passed over. Let's have a look.
I gave a dagger and some arrows for my short bow.
Source material first. Isla shield. I thought I wrote it down. I thought I wrote it, but I haven't.
Because I don't remember giving any of my weapons in.
It wasn't loads. Like it was a couple of swords and some arrows. I think.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was like a dagger or something, and
There was a
I gave a dagger and I gave a bunch of arrows.
Yeah, I gave
and arrows. Yeah.
I gave some arrows as well. We paid 50 gold overall.
So the title of that episode, that session, was Negan's New Friends. So I'll go back and have a look, and it'll give us the exact list. But for the sake of brevity,
Yeah.
You amble round, sort of discussing what you guys have got, what you'd like to go and buy, various things like that. Only around the corner to see Steam and Steel. You see Embrick, the fire genasi, working hard and grumbling about the fact that he would have help if only he bothered to show up. As a dig to Ulfgar. You hand over the 50 gold, so it was 25 gold for the material, the silver, which was £5 of silver to coat the weapons, and then there was the 25 gold for the work. So I don't know.
Your inventory people.
Has that already been paid or?
No.
Alright.
The only thing that was paid up front was the 12 for the shield.
Alright, I'll pay for that.
That's alright, it's not the party. I've taken it, it's done.
Alright, okay.
Just for awareness, I put the 250 in the party gold as well.
There's what? You put the 250 in?
I put the 250 in there.
Carol,
Yeah.
the dagger that I got off the body after the explosion, I've got that in my persons. I just used the rules as it were, as if it was to buy one, right?
Yeah. It's just a dagger.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's.
So I'm going to reel off a bunch of weapons that I've got. If anybody wants any of them, just shout up. I've got heavy crossbow, hand crossbow, short sword, great axe, small dagger, and a mace.
Can I have the other dagger?
Yeah, give him the other small dagger.
Alright, so I've got 2 daggers now as well.
Dagger.
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 Nice.
I'm happy with what I've got. In terms of shopping, I would like to purchase their most bog standard set of studded leather armor.
Okay. You have to just bear with me unless anyone's got it open, because I'm going with.
I'm round that page. So studded
I
leather.
think it's 45.
It's 45 gold pieces. Gives you 12 plus dex.
This would be a cool montage if this was a TV show.
But what is it? What is it mates rates given how much business we're giving him? You know what I mean?
Like I said, I'm not gonna play around with the figures tonight. I'm just gonna give you straight out the.
So
Yeah,
if
that's
we'd
fine.
rolled, I imagine if we'd role played it, it'd have been a bit more lenient. But as we've just gone for the sake of brevity,
No,
PHB.
Absolutely perfect.
So what does that do now to your AC?
Put it up by 1.
So you're now at 15, yeah.
Yes.
You just
Okay.
That's for 45 gold.
I'd say no, it's not from here. But can I get some wood carver's tools for one whole gold piece, please?
He would have various assortments of tools that were there. He's not got like everything, but anything things that would belong in a trade.
What would I need? Obviously, wood carvers I'd want anyway. But would I need anything else for fletching?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Fletching to make your own arrows.
Yeah, give it a go. Would it be more a case of a need like stuff like thread, like silk thread or something, or
Feathers.
Yeah,
Wood.
yeah, potentially.
Oil.
But maybe this is a chat offline going through the Xanathar stuff
Okay.
for downtime activities.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'll make a note of that and we can have a chat about that offline.
That's fine. Is it more like I'd ask them and say what would I need to make the arrows, and then I would buy that, and at a later point we'll figure out what that is. And
Okay. Yeah. So Emmerich's given you a few snarky comments, but he's quite happy to
take our
he's quite happy to make that little bit of business and get the little bit of extra money that he's got.
And then
Anything else for?
I asked him about commission for
what, mate?
something, which I'll text you about separate. Doesn't need to be today. Don't need a price, nothing. Just something. I'm going to ask him to start working on it.
Right. Okay.
I'll text you about it separate. Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. The sooner rather than later on that one, just so I can start writing it up.
I'll do it today or tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anything else for Steam and Steel before you head out?
Demon Steel. No, all good. Come at me, bro. Put my new armor on.
Okay. So where else do you want to go?
Schemos.
Who's?
Schemos.
Schemos.
Emo.
Okay.
Looking for potions.
Okay. You don't know where Schemos is?
Would
Ask the forgery guy.
ask the
Steam and
forgery guy
Steel.
or ask a carriage guy to take us there.
Yeah, asking Emmerich. Emmerich doesn't. He's never heard of it.
Yeah. I'd go and speak to someone with a carriage and see if somebody can take us there.
Okay, it doesn't take you long. And the carriage driver has a bit of a think. Again, you've collared one of the larger carriages. He has a bit of a think, and he thinks, yeah, okay. I think I know where that is. It's in the trade wards. So you guys hop in. It's about a 20-minute trundle. As you do, he heads east. And then south, and as you head south on that main road again, as you go towards the trades wards, you can see the City of the Dead on your left. So you can sort of see that it's like a large park area, really sort of vast area, but then there's these quite large mausoleums, lots of really big oak trees, sort of rambling grassy hills and things like that. It's not as foreboding as the name probably implies. And then you can see that there's stretches of sort of graves in sort of clusters, and then more mausoleums, and it is really like a large sort of expanse of an area. You head into the trade wards. You can sort of see where the road cuts off to go towards Felzoon's Folly, and between Felzoon's Folly and the wagon race, you stop off at this little. It's like a building that's being built between two buildings. It's like it's been sort of cobbled together and just sort of thrown in the gap. It's quite squat, quite, I won't say ramshackle. Rustic will probably be the word. And you see this sign in this sort of deep green with gold writing on the front, slightly faded and worn, saying Schemos Weird Bottles Concoctions. 15 silver. 15 coppers in terms of the ride, and you guys are standing outside.
Can I head round the back? I'm gonna say to the guys, and is that what I'm saying?
No, you can. Yeah, it's going to take you a little bit of time to work out where the back is, and very much as it was when you were investigating for the crown. It's very winding streets just to get to where you want to get to, but that's fine. You can
Just say to the guys, I'm gonna and just in case he just tries to absolutely do one and he's sold us out or anything, I'm just gonna head round the back and just keep an eye on him there. If anybody wants to
Good
join
plan.
me, then that's fair enough.
Okay. Are you guys heading in?
Yeah, I'm gonna head in.
Yep. So as you open the door, there's a latch and a bell at the top that rings as you enter. You see that from behind this counter, this door opens up, and then closes. And then after a second or so, you hear like a clunk up some steps, as then Schemo then appears behind this counter. You see the rock gnome, greyish in complexion, his hair all sort of brushed over to one side, quite finely dressed. The shop itself, on either side, is just rows of vials, all different shapes, sizes, colours. Some that are continually bubbling, some that looks like it's almost like a solid. There's just there's quite a variety of different items that are on display. And sort of Schemo looks and then a little bit of shock and oh, so you found me, have you?
You told us we'd find it.
Oh well, you're bright individuals. And what brings you to my shop?
After some potions.
Okay. Any in particular? I've got potion of anti-aging. I've got anti-wrinkle spread.
I could do with some of that.
I've got
We're more after ones that would be useful in combat.
a combat potion.
Healing potions.
Yeah,
Stay hidden or fight better.
Well, you tell me what you're after, and I'll tell you if I've got it.
Start with healing potions.
Okay. I have 4 of them in stock. They'll run you 50 gold each.
Do I know if that's a good price or a bad price?
It's the PHB.
Okay.
I'm not being
that's fine.
coy.
Any other spells? Anybody? Any other potions that do you think they might want?
Have you got any potions of invisibility?
I might have one round the back. Give me 1 sec.
They're not prepared for a shopping session. Typing
No.
like fuck.
Very rarely are, aren't you? To be fair. Let's have a look. Let me see what I can find. Which may help me out.
Absolutely, we will not be buying a potion of invisibility.
Are they dear, are they?
$1 million
Going right.
gold.
Going right. 2,500 gold.
Nope, we will not.
Why can't I find that?
I won't worry, Daryl, unless you're doing it real cheap.
No, I just want to see what else is in the list.
Potions.
So look.
What about maybe a haste or something like that? Or anybody fancy flying?
Always.
Is that sort of thing?
A potion of flying.
Yeah.
Do you know what the problem is that I haven't got the costings for it.
It's alright, we'll just leave it, we'll just take the healing potions and we'll
Call it 5 gold.
We'll call it. We'll worry about potions like that next time.
Yeah, well, he says if you think of anything, we've got it here. I can brew some in the meantime. Potion of giant strength. Potion of flying. That's a little bit longer to make. Potion of clairvoyance. Well, that is a tough one. Potion of fire breath. And he looks at Negan and says, "I don't think you've got any problems there."
No potion for that.
Ah, we'll just take the 4 potions of healing for now then.
Okay, so that's 200 gold.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
So you all survived our little encounter then?
For now,
Just
yeah.
about.
It's all in the
Maybe have to haunt
reflexes.
us one day.
Well, by all accounts, your actions have stopped production, at least for now. I'm not really certain that elder brains, especially incapacitated ones as it was that easy to get hold of. So I doubt we'll be seeing that starting up anytime soon.
Fantastic news.
For some.
You wishing it was still around, are you?
Healthy competition. I don't think I've quite got down the recipe. But you never know. Anyway, anything else I can do for you gents today?
I think
I
that'll
think
do.
that'll just about do us for today, won't it?
Well then, have a splendid day. You know where I am if you need me.
You're always welcome for a drink at our place.
And where is that again?
Troll School Manor.
He makes a note of it. Troll Skull Manor. Oh what? Have I heard of that? Oh well. Maybe a mate of mine told me about it.
Well, we best be off.
You have a nice day.
See you again soon.
Yep.
He gives you a nod as you guys leave. Tavish, you manage to find your way around the back and sort of see where you think this is leading to, but obviously you don't see anything.
Yeah. I'd just give it 5 minutes and head back round.
They're all out in the street by the time you get there.
Cool.
And so who wants potions?
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, I've got a potion of healing, so you guys take one each.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
So everybody has one basic healing potion.
Okay, what do you guys want to do?
Go into the 3 souls.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
So help.
Okay, so you know where the City of the Dead is. However, this is quite a large expanse. So there is going to be either, well, it depends on how you want to do it, in order to search and find the location.
Can I just put some bottles on my fingers?
Then
What?
Taran,
Come out to play.
Meanwhile, Isla sits there and goes, "Hello there, boppers."
Maybe
No, so
we
we
could.
We got the names of the 3 places, didn't we?
Yeah. Maybe you could send your friend on a flyby, see what he can see.
Yeah, I can do that as long as somebody holds on to me.
I'll hold on to you dearly, don't worry.
Waiting for the old Caleb.
Yeah, I need. Yeah, grab your shoulder.
Yeah, you've
Cool.
got about a 10-15 minute walk. Well, probably not. Probably about 10-minute walk before you get through the gates into the City of Dead. And like I said, it's a well kept area. It's very much like a park. There are paths that go through it. Large trees. Like I said, there's areas of sort of where it's more compact in terms of gravestones, but then you've got it's broken up by these absolutely fabulous and huge mausoleums, all sorts of various shapes and sizes. Some that are quite wide but short, some that are taller. Yeah.
Are there like custodians of the? Is there like a gardener or some maintenance people? Like, is there even a?
Not really. Not the. Well, just roll a perception.
Well, so you can have a little look in like the floor and see if there's any, if it's mud or whatever. See if there's like excessive.
No, my perception's terrible. It's 2.
should we all roll, or is it just for?
You can all have a. You can all have a.
whichever.
See what you can see. Yeah. But just in terms of the question from Tavis.
10.
It's a, like I said, it's a large expanse. There's a lot. If you're almost looking at needle in a haystack type stuff.
I rolled a 23 if that helps.
Okay, so you know that you're after a mausoleum. You don't see anyone that's necessarily a groundskeeper or anything like that, but you know that where you are, where there's a lot of gravestones, this is not the place to be. And as you look off into the distance, you can see that there's quite a large collection of mausoleums that are sort of more north from where you are.
I point out to the group and say maybe we should be heading up there, guys.
Yeah, I'll head over there. What were the names of the mausoleums they're looking for?
I've got them written down here.
Mhm.
Fazul Trembril, Shemenmon, and Monstroon. Or Monstoon.
Monsoon.
Monsoon.
Hmm.
Can't write my H properly.
Well, let's get up there to start with, and we'll cross the next bridge when we get there.
Monsoon's the one that we want to knock on.
Okay, so what I want is one person to do an investigation, and I'd say that with you all helping, that investigation would be with advantage. If you guys are splitting up, then obviously you need to devise a plan of how that looks.
I would not like to do the investigation.
How meta.
I can investigate.
I think yeah, send the owl up and let's see what you can find.
He's a magpie.
Okay, the magpie, sorry.
um,
It's an owl to begin
but
with, isn't it?
yeah, but I'd be happy enough doing that by myself.
Okay, so roll for advantage.
$15.
The DC was 15. Okay. You continue to walk on, press on towards the where the cluster of these buildings are. They're not like all clustered together, but you sort of see that sort of central within this area, within this sort of city of the dead. They're sort of centralized and sort of further north than where you are. Okay, roll your second check. Again with advantage.
Same again.
Do you actually know what you're looking for? Can you remember what he said in the notes?
So there are 3 mausoleums, and they're kind of together in a triangle.
Okay.
Called the 3 Souls, and they each relate to the founders of the Zentarim. And the third one, Monsoon, is the one that he knocks on for job.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They're all
Okay,
facing
so yeah.
each other.
Yeah, so you can roll your second check with advantage.
19.
19. Okay. Yeah, you continue to walk. You start to get into this area where the mausoleums are. Now it's a case of sort of searching through and trying to find the specific one that you're after. Right, roll a third check.
Same thing.
Yeah.
15.
15. 2 back on the DC. So, you're wandering around and you come across 3 mausoleums which are not massively so, but definitely larger than the rest. And you can see just from a distance from where you are, in amongst these trees, that you can see that they are situated within a triangle. Now, from where you are, you can see a figure which is standing around the area, but your vision is obscured by where you are within these trees. So you'd have to move closer to get a better look.
Are we all still together?
You didn't split up.
Yeah. I'll just explain that to the guys and see what I think's the next best plan. In fact, what's the plan right here overall? Are we just going knocking on the front door? Do you want me to try and get in on the basis of being part of the organisation, or who's going to try and storm in and try and look for the property we believe to be ours, this stone?
I'm up for storming in, to be fair, but might have been very tactful to do that, I assume.
I mean, you could knock on the door, show your symbol, and I can't remember who it was that they would need. Who was it that they were going to go speak to? Who were they taking the bodies back to? Did say Corborn.
Colborne was the
Corborn
old.
was the driver, the older guy who I accidentally ended. Yeah, he didn't say who his boss was.
No, they definitely mentioned somebody else.
I mean, you can always go in under the premise of getting a job, and whilst you're in there, just scope out the first little bit and see what we're facing, and then when you come back out, you can put a plan together of.
Well, we know
Floxin.
that young Floxin.
Floxin.
Who's that?
That was who they said that they were taking. The bodies were being taken there under the orders of Floxin.
Okay, so I could just go straight in and try and get myself in. We know that our young mate used to go there and just ask for jobs. I could say I've got some potential good new recruits who can do us a few jobs. See if we can all get in the front door, all go in that way, and then see what we find when we get down there.
Yeah, not being funny, but this guy stands out like a sore thumb.
Who?
He's already been noticed and targeted.
By Xanathars, yeah. By Zentarin, though.
Maybe not.
In fact, we could all walk in and we could give it the Xanathars are after us. I've come in, I've been Zentarin in another city, and now I'm turned up here and Xanathars are after us. We wanna help in the fight against Xanathars. We also have information to share with them about the capture of one of their own in Ziraj. We could trade that.
Siraj, one of theirs.
Definitely Zentarin, yeah.
Yeah.
Ziraj is Zentarin, yeah.
What do you guys think?
I've got nothing to lose by trying it, but this could go tits pretty quick. So also be ready for a fight.
Do you think
Yeah.
we're better off sending in him on his own, or with me in the ring, or us all going?
I don't know. Possibly send him on his own, because at least even if he gets through the front door, sees what we're facing right away. If he goes through and there's a lot of people there, then we'll have to think of a better way of getting in. If not, maybe we can subdue him quickly and just slowly start making our way through.
How do we get him
Travis
out?
leave.
Hey?
How do we get him back out if they don't want him to leave?
It's his problem.
I mean, I'm up for the gamble. I'm happy to go with him.
Make a little noise.
I can certainly make some noise.
Let's do that then. You go in the ring. Tavis tries this thing first. If not, let the bodies hit the floor.
So what exactly am I after when I go in there then? I'm there on the premise of I'm here, I'm trying to get some work.
Yeah.
How can I help you guys out? But what my ultimate aim, if it went 100% to plan, and it was a complete gold run, what would I do? Go in there, somehow chat them up, and come out with this stone?
Well, that would be A1. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
That would be thumbs up.
Yeah, that would be mission. That would be absolutely mission success.
We just twiddle our thumbs outside for a while.
And yeah. So what's the step down from that? What's the next mission, or what's the first step? Just go and get the lay of the land, come back out again.
Well, yeah. But also, try and use the knowledge and information that you know, to try and figure out if they've even got the stone.
Yeah.
You know enough information about the explosion and stuff like that. Maybe try and draw out. Say you've heard whispers. Did we get what we were after? We found a dead flying snake. It had this message on it. Don't know.
Need to be careful how much I reveal, because that just.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
they might not even know he had the stone.
So remind me of this ring, Thorin, because I'm not sure it went entirely swimmingly last time. You can hear what I'm saying.
Yeah. I can hear.
You can bamf out whenever
hear
you
what's
want.
happening around you. And I can bamf out whenever I want, but I can only stay in there for 6 hours.
No plan with this ring has ever gone wrong.
Foolproof.
And I shouldn't leave you there.
Yeah, no man left behind.
That's preferable.
Don't just throw the ring and run. Like it's a grenade.
Yeah, that would be preferable. And if you,
Ta-ra!
Yeah.
if you could keep it
I tried my
hidden,
best. Let it go.
1 minute to rule them all.
if you,
Tried my best.
You're already in there 2 minutes.
if you could keep it hidden, just in case.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Yeah, I'll put it on, and I'll put my glove over the top. That's fine.
Just wondering
Oh my god!
if they decide to
Damn, stop this
search
ring.
you or whatever, or they decide that they don't trust you and they want to keep hold of you, it may be the only thing that you've got.
What's your code word gonna be?
And the safety word's banana.
Why? What's the code word for? To tell Thorin to jump out.
Yeah, to tell me
Yeah.
you need the help.
Maybe it is. I tried my best.
Yeah. I tried so hard. Bird came at me through it.
We need a word that's not going to come up in natural conversation. How about misfit?
Yeah, that seems fine. I mean, I probably would have gone with something like pumpernickel or something, but yeah.
Hard the pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel's fine. We can do pumpernickel.
There you go for
It
bread.
definitely doesn't come out of conversation.
He's like, fuck, I forgot the safety word. I tried my best.
Yeah. No, he's like that. Banana. That's not the word.
Yeah, and when you decide to say pumpernickel, make sure I'm not in a firing line. That would be helpful.
Well, that'll be why.
Holding his hand out in front of him.
That'll be why
the
I'm
ring.
saying it.
Or under a giant spider.
Yeah.
But like I said, no use of this ring has ever not gone to plan.
How far away are we from the mausoleum?
Yeah, you're out of the solitary figure that you can see. You're out of the sight.
Somebody go and talk to that figure first and see what they've got to say for themselves, and then come back and report.
Thurin got in his ring yet?
No.
I just want to look at you as if it could be the last time that I see you.
It was an honour, my friend.
As you're watching, this figure is walking around. So he's moving to the left as he's going around, and as he goes around and disappears, you see another figure walking around.
What do they appear to be wearing?
Black.
Right, Tavis. These appear to be your best buds.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought
Centuries.
you were my best bud.
Well, I tried my best.
I throw our friendship.
Yeah. Grenade.
That was the Centaurum statement. Yeah, I don't know. They're Centaurum. They're clearly only going to let the likes of themselves in. Either.
Okay, how are you guys going to know to come in then if we need you? Because there's me and him in there. That's fair enough. How are you guys going to know to come in if we need you?
Shout Pumpernickel.
We're going to be
really loud.
We're going to be hidden inside of a secret
Loud.
mausoleum door. That's not going to work.
Stone.
Who's got the sending stone?
Who's got them?
I've got one, and I think Negan had one last time.
Well, I'll give it to Thurin. I'll give my standing to Thurin.
Well, give it to
Yeah, but can you use the sending stone in the ring so that you can hear everything, and then you can probably. Yeah,
But if I give it,
then I have to go to Tabs then.
Yeah.
if I give it to
Thorin
Tavis,
can
what if he
hear
throws it?
outside the ring, though, can't he?
Yeah, I can hear outside, but I can't communicate from inside it.
Okay.
If I give Tavis the stone, though, what if he throws it? Or leaves it somewhere?
Why would I throw it?
Why
At least when he says pumpernickel, everybody gets the message at the same time.
Imagine if the message came back and it was I tried my best.
Thorin's dead.
Peace out.
And Tavis, with your last failed saving death throw, what would you like to say?
Oh wow!
Who said I tried my best? Which one of you was it? John?
What's that?
Nobody
Who was
said it.
that? I tried my best.
Nobody said it.
Negan?
No one said that.
Oh, right. I assumed that was like a callback joke.
No.
No. Negan, 31st of March, 23.
No, it was just when Thorin got left in the Krellin's crown, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I was going to place the ring here. Thorin's heart.
That worked. Anyway.
That's what I mean. No plan with this ring has ever gone wrong. It's 100%.
So I don't know about the sending stone, guys. How close can you be? How far away? How does it work?
It's worked across the city so far, so we'll go with that.
Okay, cool.
It's been great success.
Hello.
Alright, so Thorin in the ring. Careful to make sure that we're not being watched and we don't get seen.
Right, can I kind of follow behind up until a point where I'm about 70 feet away from where these two Zenti people are?
You can give me a stealth check, unless you're going to be hiding behind trees, in which case I'd say...
Oh yeah, I'm going to be like,
Shifty.
Yeah,
do a stealth check, but do it with advantage if you're going to be shifty.
That's not bad. 14 plus something. 16?
1 sec. Let's have a look. Yeah, you're fine. You don't think you've alerted anyone. Thorin, you
hand over the ring.
just bamf. You just disappear.
Yeah.
and your ring just falls to the grass.
I'd have put it in his hand and bumped into it.
Okay. Did you just hold on to the ring, or did you put it on?
Take off my glove, put on the ring, put my glove back on.
You feel that the ring radiates heat.
Oof.
It feels warm.
Toasty.
It's a warm ring.
And I'm just getting comfy in my cushions.
You've put your finger in Thorin's warm ring. What a thought.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lovely.
so yeah, you've bamfed in and ring on, glove back on.
Yeah, I just approach. Is there like an obvious door to this mausoleum?
As you make your way through, you can see that there are 3 of these mausoleums. The front has got so it's a round building. The front has got 2 columns either side of a doorway with a plinth over the top. You see that on the plinth, the one that you're heading, it's all white stone, but the Manchun is written in gold, carved in and then inlaid with gold. You have a look around through the trees, and you can actually see that there's another identical mausoleum to your right, and then there's one that's just over again to your right, but just sort of further up. And you can see that the way that the doors are angled, they all sort of, if there was a central point in this triangle of buildings, they're all facing that central point. They're all sort of quite equal and laid out, quite precise. You can see that there is a dome ceiling, dome roof to the building, and then on top of that is another 3 pillars with another plinth on top, and then there's another dome, secondary dome on top of that as well, with then a spire. Each one of them is identical to the last. The only one that you can see with the guards on is this one that you're heading towards, Manchun.
Okay. Yeah, just head straight there.
As you start to get closer, one of the guards starts to come around, just as you're sort of seeing where the doorway is, and he sees you approach, and he just pulls his sword out about 4 inches, just showing the blade, and he goes...
As I'm going towards him, I obviously check over both shoulders, kind of in an effort to make sure I'm not being followed. So you can see that. Am I close enough for him to hear me?
Yeah, I'd say you're about 40 feet away.
I've got an arrow knocked, by the way.
I'll just say,
Okay.
Morning. Good morning, friend. I'm looking for maybe a bit of work or maybe a bit of help. I'm a friend, and I'll keep approaching.
I've not seen
So,
your face around here before.
Yeah.
Hold.
I'm new in town, but I'm aligned with you. I'm aligned. I'm one of us,
Prove it.
and I'll do that. I'll lift my sleeve, kind
Okay,
of
making
beckoning him closer so that it's all.
He sort of puts his sword back in, but he keeps his hand on it as he moves closer. Just roll a persuasion check with advantage.
It's really not good. 7. Rolled a 3 and a 5.
As he gets close and he realizes that you're a drow, he starts to pull his sword. No, I've never seen one of you up here, one of your like.
Well, that's as may be, but we need, as an organisation, to be able to run deep, don't we? I've got the mark. What's your rank?
What's your rank?
You can see here, right here.
And he takes a closer look. And you see that he also pulls up his, and you see exactly what you've got.
There we
That
go.
doesn't mean anything. You could have got
We're
that
on
from
the
anywhere.
level. You can't
I've
get
never,
this from
I've never seen
anywhere.
I've never seen a drow.
Well, here's your lucky day. Now,
And he
cause
whistles
yourself
over.
trouble and let me in there.
He whistles over, and the second guard starts to walk over. And he says to us, he's looking for work. I don't trust him.
Listen, we all know how this works. Ultimately, this won't be your decision. You'll let me inside, and somebody who's senior to us will have a word with me, and we'll decide if I can help or not.
He bears the mark. Roll another perception. Rather, persuasion. Just a straight persuasion.
Better. 15.
We'll keep our eye on him. The door's over there.
Well, that's
Any
that's
funny
your job.
business, and I'll slice your throat.
Big talk. Very good. Enjoy your guard duty. I'm off for something better.
He puts his hand on your chest. Listen, I don't have to let you in.
No,
I don't care where you're from. And he moves aside and he watches you sort of head towards the door. Going in?
Yeah.
Okay, you head into this really wide space. It's about 40 feet in diameter. It's a circular room, and it's, for just being the door that's open, it's still quite bright. The door itself is like 15 feet. It's like a huge oak door that opens up, and it's really vaulted, this room. Just roll a perception check.
12.
12. So what you see when you first walk in, you see that there is a large stone effigy of a humanoid figure. So this is what looks like the grave sort of crypt. It's stone marble, and then the body is in stone laid on the top. And you can see that written along the stone in the same gold that you've seen from outside is the word Manchun. Other things that you can see that there is a table of mahogany, polished off to one side over on by the wall, and oops, hang on one sec. Yeah, you can see that there is a ornate harp, and it's just sitting there on this table. And you can see that where the main beam of the harp goes up, and then it sort of curves over. This sort of curve is a snake, and then you see that the wings coming off this snake to form this ornate piece on top. Sitting on the table next to it is a sheet with musical notes written on it.
Okay. Is there any door shut behind me?
No, door's still open as it was.
Any people in the room?
Nope.
Any further doors?
Nope.
Just... Okay, I'll go closer to the harp and the table and the notes and have a look at that.
Okay. Yeah, you have a look at the harp itself, and again, it is ornate. It looks like a harp. And then you can see that there is this sheet, this paper, this parchment with these notes on it.
And the door behind me is still open.
Yeah, it's ajar. Yeah.
The guards are presumably still out there watching.
You can't see them from where you are, but you know they're not going to be far away.
Aye, aye, aye. Okay, I'm going to have a look at this musical sheet of notes, see if I can interpret anything, and I'm thinking about trying to play this harp.
Okay. Yeah, you can. You've seen in your time in Evelyn, you can see that you've known, especially within your family's house, there to be bards and troops and various entertainers throughout your childhood and growing up. So you'll have seen things like this before. Do you have a musical instrument?
Don't think so. I have cartographer's tool.
Does anyone in the party, just for my understanding, does anybody have a musical instrument?
I have a lute, I think.
Just confirm that for Ulfgar.
I don't.
Well, I've got written here lute player, so I'd assume that doesn't specifically say I've got one, just that I can play one.
Yeah, I nearly did, but I got cartographer's tools instead.
Nope.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
Hello? Anybody there? Can I put my hand on the harp?
Yeah.
Just feel like a harp?
Yep.
How big is it?
It's quite large. I'd say probably about 2.5 foot, something like that. 2 foot. Yeah, probably about 2 foot in length.
Can I pick it up?
You can.
Nothing happens?
No.
Okay, I'm going to try and play this harp and play the notes on what's written here. And I don't know how I'm going to discern my ability to do so. Those musical notes are not interpretable through Thieves' Cant, are they?
No. No, Thieves' Cant's like a series of, like, symbols.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to try and play the harp.
Okay, so the first thing that you would need to do is decipher what the notes are.
How many strings has this harp?
It has 7.
Fuck. I don't know how to play the harp, and I don't know how to read music. I'm going to pick up the harp. I'm going to take out one of my least sharp thieves tools.
Okay. So, you're going to try and work out the music. Yeah, you've been around some bards in your time. It's not the first time you've seen music or heard music. You're just going to have to figure this out. Okay? So, you're going to try and figure out the first note. Right? Roll a history check.
14.
14. Now, in your brief time being schooled, sitting around in your family's home, you've seen the sheets, and you're pretty certain that hang on one sec. You're pretty certain that that is the note of an A. It's going to be your best guess.
Yep.
Okay. So, looking at the harp, you can see that there are letters above each string, just under where the snake's belly is. And you can see that the third string has got the letter A.
Okay. So I'm probably going to try and figure out the rest of them before I start plucking strings.
Okay.
Then I think, yeah.
Okay, so roll your next check.
Is it the same? Is it history?
You're just going to do history checks, yeah?
6.
Okay. So you think this is a G?
Shall I carry on?
Yep.
21.
You think that's a B?
$14.
You think that's a C?
$17.
You think that is a B?
Same thing that I thought the 21 one was. Or are they not related? 20.
You think that's a G?
And is that done, or do I need to do those semi-quiver things?
That's the 7.
I only got 6. A, G, B, C, B, G.
There is only 6.
Yeah, sorry, there was only 6 notes on the sheet. 7 strings.
Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, I'm pretty confident-ish. And I pluck those strings in correspondence, and I use one of the dull instruments from my thieves' tools to pluck it, because I'm proficient with those.
Okay. So, the positions of the strings, and then you can then give me the order in which you pluck them. So the positions that you can see is along the top, if you want to make a note of this, is F, G, A, B, C, D, E.
Okay.
So what I want is the numbers in which you're going to pluck the order, the code number, if you like.
Okay. I'm going to roll really badly.
Part of me wants
See-
to see what that looks like, to be honest with you.
What's that?
Him
A
rolling
bad
badly.
roll.
Yeah, part of me wants to see what that looks like.
So you should be giving me 6 numbers in order.
Yeah. There's one that I didn't roll very well on, and I don't know if I should gamble and give a different number. But do any of those look
Well,
identical?
no, that was your guess. So you don't matter. That's you in character. You don't know what your role is. That's what your guess was.
Oh,
So
sorry.
that is your guess.
Okay. 3, 2, 6, 5, 4, 2.
I think you've got one. You've got one wrong. So with that anyway, look, just confirm the letters that I gave you.
A, G, B, C, B, G. Yeah, 3, 2, 4, 5, 4, 2.
Yeah. So you strike the first note in that sequence, and it just rings clear through the mausoleum. On the second note that you hit, you look up, and what you didn't notice before are small holes in the ceiling of this curved roof, and you just see a glint as these almost spears come down so far across the whole room. They just drop. Yeah, and they stop. You get to the third string, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth. The spears stay where they are, but nothing changes.
So I did the first note and the second note.
So your second note is what dropped the spears.
Oh, okay. Because the second note was wrong.
So roll again on your history check for your second note.
5.
5. You think it's a C.
Can I correspond what I can see on what you sent? Is that... I don't know if that's something I can see in game, is it?
What, the list of
The notes that you sent, is that something I can see in game? It's not, is it? Is it?
Yeah, you can see, yeah. That's what you're reading when you're making the check.
So the second note is the same as the 6th. And the third note is the same as the 5th.
Yep.
But the second note appeared to be wrong.
Yeah.
So 3, 2, 4, 4, 5, 4, 2 was wrong. And now I think it's a C.
or you can work it out.
The only one that seemed to be wrong was the second note.
That's where the spikes dropped, yeah.
And the second note is the same as the last note, and the last note appeared to be correct.
Yeah.
Which was G, which was 2.
Yeah, so just make a perception check for me.
18.
18. As you're holding on the arrow, just sort of trailing, watching these guys, they're not splitting up. They're just talking to each other. You sort of see them muttering. Occasionally they look round, see what's going on at the door. They're not like getting close or poking their nose in or anything. But you can sort of see that there's still a bit of interest there. As you're watching, you see running from your right hand side and heading over towards the mausoleum, you see another flying snake. You sort of see it, it's almost like a water snake, the way it sort of moves, if you like, and then these large wings flapping. And you see it get to the door of the mausoleum, and then it goes inside. Tavish, just make a perception check.
17.
17. You hear the noise that sort of rush in, and what you see is as the snake comes in, it folds its wings in flight and then dives. And what you didn't notice before is that there is a sort of circular hole in the base of the marble statue and the plinth that it's on, and you see the snake disappear into that hole. As you go up and inspect that area, you can feel that there is like a warm breeze, like a free flow of air that's coming out of that area.
Okay.
So, what code are you going for?
Can't see a different one than 324542, but it didn't work. 354542? But I know that the second number and the sixth number are the same, and the sixth number seemed to be right.
Mm. Just roll another history.
Terrible. 6.
I'm a bit stuck here now because I've downloaded this one, and I think it's got an error that's on it. I'll go with the code that it's got for now. So as you play that, what was the one you're gonna give me? 3 what?
324542.
It makes no sense, that does it? 2, 3, 6.
Like, it looks, from my very limited knowledge of music, it looks
They're the same, yeah.
accurate.
That's the handout it gave you. That's the handout that came with it. But the code is different to that. Okay, on this, as you play those notes, the second note is a bum note again, and the spikes drop further down. You think you've probably got another 2 goes at it?
And they're the entirety of the ceiling.
Yeah, they're just all coming down.
The ceiling is just getting lower, yeah.
Make another history check. This time I'll give you with advantage because of the flaw in the sheet music.
20.
20. Yeah, you think that there is something in the rhyme itself, and you think that that's an F.
The second one's an F.
Mm-hmm.
And I play it 314542.
Yeah, and with that, you hear a as a stone starts to move, and the whole of the plinth with the statue just starts to slide and move over, sort of pivoting on one point. And as it moves, it reveals a circular stairway descending down. As that movement is taking place, at the same time, the spikes are drawing back up into the ceiling.
Do I see any clues to where the snake might have gone?
It went down this passage.
It's gone the same way that I'm now heading.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, just head down the passage.
Okay, you come to a sheet. Okay, yeah, you come to another sort of circular room. This one's the same diameter as the one that you were just in. The stairs continue to go down, so you just sort of getting off at this, or you can sort of see that there's the floor around. This is well lit. There are sconces with flames in dotted around. Same white stone as being used. You can see that there are carvings within the stone, really ornate carvings, and it shows this sort of scene being depicted almost like a battle. And then you can also see that there is what looks like a large sort of castle on a hill on one side. On the other side, you can see that there is a alcove with a statue of a faceless person, but very foreboding in its in the way that it's sort of sitting, the type of armor that it's wearing, but the face isn't there. But you can see that on the lap is a book that is open, all carved out of stone. And then next to that then is a double set of double doors, and one door is slightly ajar. And obviously the stairs continue to go down another level.
And is this lit? This room in this level, I can see.
Yeah, just roll a perception.
16.
You can hear that there are voices coming from behind the door.
So I've not been noticed. I'm
Well,
gonna
you've not really done anything yet, unless you. Well, it depends on what you want to do.
I'm gonna keep heading down these stairs.
Okay, so outside then, what are the rest of you doing? So Negan, Ulfgar, Thorin. You can see that Isla is further on. Is there anything that you want to do?
No, just keep an eye on you, I guess.
Okay. Okay, so Tavis, where are you going?
Further downstairs.
Okay. This comes to a final room. This isn't white stone. This is just blocks of stone. It's just like a sort of a basement type area. It's empty. It's just a sort of a room, where you've got a straight wall, but then it sort of curves round this way. You can see that there is a barrel. There's a couple of stools either side of the barrel, and there's cards that are on top, like someone's just been down there, like playing a game, chilling out, whatever they've been doing. And then there's also on the wall to your left there is a large, well, not a large door, just a standard wooden door.
Okay, I'm going to head back up to the next floor to the door where I heard voices coming from. I'm going to approach that door.
Okay. I'm assuming you're doing this in as stealthily as you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna make Saw appear just by me, just so he's around, and no, I'm gonna sort of clear my throat as I approach. I'm not trying to be overly stealthy. Saw will be flying above me, but I'm not necessarily trying to be stealthy. I'm there. I'm supposed to be there. I'm here to try and find some work, so I'm not trying to sneak up on them. So I was kind of like, don't want to interrupt your conversation or earwig or anything. Letting you know I'm here. Kind of, I would assume that they already know because the guards have let me in, and they've heard I've played the tune or whatever. So I'm not feeling that I'm going to be able to surprise them at all. So I'm going to be approaching on the basis that I'm just here ready to have a conversation.
Yeah, so as you get close, you can hear that they're talking, but when you clear your throat, they stop. You just caught the word floxin.
Floxin.
An individual comes, human, male, sort of short but sort of spiked grey hair, grey stubble, and he opens the door. What do you want?
Good morning. I'm looking for work. If I'm honest, I'm wondering if I might be able to help you, and you might be able to help me. I'm fairly new in town, but I'm a colleague.
Oh, what's your name?
It's Tavis.
Where are you from, Tavis?
Not from Waterdeep, from out of town.
Oh yeah, where's that? You don't see many of your kind down here. Where are you from?
Oh well, obviously, on my dad's side, we hail from under there, but I don't know much about that. I grew up around Everlund.
And where are you staying in the city?
Well, wherever will have me.
What do you mean, where have you? Where you been staying?
What I say, wherever will have me. I initially came in down by the river, was sleeping by the river wherever I could. I've been struggling around this city, and I'm finally found out where I might have some allies. So your friends up above, they let me down here, and I'm just looking to see how I can help, be of service, maybe get something in return.
Well, I haven't got any work for you at the minute.
Nothing I can help out with. I've got some skills, if you know, not without talent or ability.
Just roll a. Roll a deception for me.
19.
19. So he says, well, yeah, maybe you can help. We've, our boss, he doesn't stay here. His name's, Floxin.
Yeah.
Well, he might have some work for you, but he's not here at the minute.
Fair enough. That sounds good. Where is he?
Well, he's staying in the, Growlhund Villa. But you can't go there. You got to come here for jobs.
Fair enough. Yeah.
You come back tomorrow and we'll see what we can sort out. Just speak to him. I'll find if he got any work for you.
Any particular time?
No. You know, he pops by in the morning, so. And then we'll see.
Where is this
Oh.
Gowlhund Villa?
Growlhund Villa, it's in the North Ward. It's a bit of a mess, to be honest. And our relationship with the Growlhunds is wearing thin. But he has been stopping by.
Who are these Growlhunds?
They're nobles. He's got to deal with them, but that's not for me to say. Anyway, if I speak to him, I'll see if we've got any work for you tomorrow.
Listen. I might have something else that can help. Bit of information. Can we sit down? Have a talk?
Yeah, and he points to the like a quite a long sort of board table. It's probably about 10 chairs around it. He just sort of pulls one out and sits down, and he nods at his friend. His friend's got like sort of sandy hair. He's a little bit younger. He sort of takes a seat and he points to a chair.
How many other people are in this room?
Just the three of you.
Okay, so say... I know, you know my name. What's yours?
The one that opened the door to you, he says, my name's Joba. And this is Guy.
Nice to meet you, fellas. Presume you probably outrank me in here. I'm a claw. What are you guys at?
Yeah, we're close.
Show him the tattoo. On the level, cool. So, bit of information. You guys, you're from the city, you must know Ziraj.
Go on.
So I was in, guys like me. Not 10 a penny in the city, as you know, as you can imagine. So I was in a little bit of a seedy little place, having a drink, having a little bit of time to myself the other night. I heard of Ziraj. Legends, really. Pretty sure I seen somebody matching his description being taken underneath the depths of this city by what I assume was Anathar.
No, I can't say I know him, but I'll pass on your regards to Floxin.
So there was nothing much I could do about it at the time. I've not even made acquaintance with our organisation in this city as of yet, but I figured it was big information and it needs to be fed up fairly well to the top.
I don't trust why you wouldn't come to us first.
Rather, I've come here first. What do you mean?
Well, you haven't. You just said before you made contact with the organisation. If you're new to a city, the first thing you do is make contact. We're the ones that put you up. I don't understand why you wouldn't come to us first.
Oh, I was just biding my time figuring out where you guys were.
All right, yeah. Just roll a deception.
Eight.
So, Tavis.
You don't just walk into town and you have a big sign above your door saying here's where the Zentaruns are. I had to ask a few questions, knock around a few seedy bars, figured it out. Here I am.
So where are you staying tonight?
Any suggestions?
You must know where you're staying. I'm starting to not trust you, Tavis.
Well, I've just shared some pretty decent information with you. I'm laying my head wherever I find it, night to night. That's sometimes the way it goes. Unless you can point me in the direction somewhere comfortable and safe, I'd appreciate it. You don't walk around this city looking like me and just rock up at any inn or tavern. You're not necessarily welcome. So I'm keeping myself to myself. And
he sort of leans over to Guy and he sort of gives a bit of a whisper. Okay. Come back tomorrow and we'll see what work we've got.
Alright, sounds good.
I trust you can let yourself out.
Yeah, I'll just follow the same route. So can I do an insight check, see if I think like what they're telling me is on the level? They don't particularly know anything or where the boss is.
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
Yeah, 16.
It's hard to read, but you don't think you're getting any falsehoods. Whether he's been 100% disclosures a different thing, but you don't think what he's told you is false.
Okay. Alright. If I start to make my way out, are they following me?
No, they stay seated.
Okay, I'll make my way out until I'm out of sight. And then sit on the step 3, 4, 5 steps up where I know I'm definitely out of sight. And just whoop slightly close down just really like if I can walk on the wall as a bird, I don't know what I can do as a bird. I'm not sure, but as Saw, just try and go close to them and listen into what conversations continuing to be having between the two of them.
Okay. So first of all, roll a stealth check. For Saw.
So, so stealth is Dex, isn't it? Am I proficient with that as well?
As a magpie? No, just be the straight.
Okay, so that's 15.
Okay. Roll a perception check. In fact, actually, no. Roll your percentile dice, see whether you get distracted.
Yeah, I got 98.
Okay, so you're okay. There's a small sort of like skirting around there above the door that you can perch on.
And then roll perception.
Okay.
Uh, 12.
12. So you can hear now through Saw, you sitting on this stairs, blind and vulnerable at this point.
I know.
You can. Okay, so everyone outside, just roll perception checks.
Uh, 15.
7.
8.
Thorin?
Oh, I'm inside, but I rolled 13.
Oh, so you are, aren't you? Yeah. Sorry, I forgot where you were. All right, Ulfgar, you're sort of like skirting around through the trees, just sort of getting a bit of a look and watching what's going on. You see that one of the guards that's been skirting around is now starting to head in towards the door. He's going inside at that point.
Okay. Can I gesture to the other lads, sort of let them know that something's changed?
Yeah, Isla, you start to see it now, where he's now edging around from that far side where you couldn't see. He's now heading round and then towards the door.
I'd say as far as Isla's concerned, nothing's really changed.
Okay, you sort of see him as he edges in and out of sight. Travis, you hear the whispered conversation, so it's a little bit broken, but what you manage to hear is that you hear this conversation saying that the Growlhunds have betrayed us.
Okay.
Erstal said, only the usual gang. The usual crew.
Erstal.
Yeah, Floxin. That's his first name.
Okay.
Together, the usual gang. Got instructions. We've got to find Blackwood. He's moving the pieces around the board. And it seems he's working for them.
That's enough. That's enough for me. Back into my own body. And head up the stairs.
Okay, roll a because of the delay, I'd say roll a stealth check.
terrible natural one.
So there's a bit of a stumble as you sort of coming out and going back into yourself. You manage to find the latch, and then as the stone starts to move above you, triggering the latch, it starts to grind its way. One of them sticks his head out and just sort of has a look. He just eyeballs you as you leave. As you start to walk out and into the tomb room itself, you see one of the guards standing there. You got everything you need?
I ignore him and walk past him.
Okay. To join the others?
No, I'm gonna make it slightly obvious that I'm leaving. But head, I'm just gonna keep walking straight out, like almost the opposite way that I came. But I feel like they could see me, but that if I'm followed, I won't draw any attention to them.
Okay. So seeing that he's heading a different way, you guys, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Just sort of say,
I'll say
what's he up to?
probably just skirt around, keeping a safe distance from the Zents and just following them.
Yeah, hold it back.
I have to get not far, like 50, 100 yards, turn around, see if I can have a look at the guards, see what they're doing now.
You can see that they're basically just gone back into their usual pattern of movement.
So if at that point, being out of view, try and head to where the guys are and meet back up.
Yeah. Is there anything pressing that you guys want us to do?
Nope.
Not for me.
Nope.
No, not
No.
really.
Right, okay. We'll call it there, and then we'll pick up where you guys left off in the next session.
Cool. Sick.
Having gathered quite a lot of information there tonight. And I'll just wipe this battle map off once again.